from this side. Am I in the middle?
What's that? Oh, no, she's on the outside. Outside end.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't trip over anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to be good.
Cool.
All right, let me go find it on YouTube here. Dude.
Is this the second time I took my headphones?
Can I find it on there? Are they live? They should be live.
Gotta love it.
All right, we're live on Facebook.
Whoop.
Live on this Instagram.
Whoop.
Not on Instagram. On Facebook. All right, this is Smart and Mild. This is Smart and Mild podcast. We got
Hola.
everything hot topics.
Yes, sir. How's everything? Everybody going today? How's everybody doing?
I mean, this is a great day in America, right? This is the one.
Yeah, you know, now it's time for hope. Now it's time for peace, and now it's time for turning the new leaf, I guess.
You can finally celebrate July 4th.
Yeah.
I think you can finally even hug your grandma.
What?
I heard I think COVID might be over.
Right.
And we're in one of those scenarios where I'm pretty sure everything's actually fixed.
Yeah.
America is actually no longer racist. It's actually, it celebrates diversity and equity like no other country.
Mm-hmm. Completely fine.
And we're good.
Yeah. All the races went back into their little holes in the middle of America and just kind of combined and just exploded and died all at once.
I mean, we're fine.
Yeah.
Everything I can say is just, everything that we were scared about is not, there is no more boogeyman. The boogeyman has left the room.
Right. And he's still off Twitter. You know, isn't that crazy?
Yo, to start.
Yeah.
I loved that meme that you sent me. You maybe didn't even send it to me this week.
The one with the restaurant one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was let me look at it again because it was the premise, the original premise of the meme. Memes are great because they really come from the truth. And what's funny is I grabbed it from a guy who's like super right wing. So that's why you got to have like the mixture of friends.
Sure.
Because you have to have different perspectives.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Because it was spot on. You know, when you do get that tickle, it's spot on.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with a lot of spot on memes is they only work for half the crowd generally.
Yeah.
Right. So it's hard to laugh at yourself. It's really easy to laugh at other people. That's kind of how the meme world works.
Oh yeah. It looks like it went away. It looks like it was deleted because
it's probably over.
Yeah. Oh, it was on someone's story. Well, it was basically saying something about
private companies can do whatever they want.
Yes.
And it's in the context of Twitter.
Yeah. So private companies can do whatever they want because they're not government. So they can shut down whoever they want because they're a private company. But say that to restaurant owners. Say that to restaurant owners that got shut down from the government.
Right.
Last time I checked, they're private companies.
And it's the restaurant owner looking up like at from his paper being like, wait, so we can do whatever we want?
Yeah. Because usually when you go to restaurants, there's a couple of rules, right? You know, obviously, you know, they pay their own rent, they have their own place, and there's usually rules like, hey, we can kick you out if you're being a dick. We can kick you out if
you have COVID.
Yeah, for COVID, for whatever reason, even if we don't like you, straight up.
Right.
And because we are a private company, no one can complain about it. No one can run to the government about it. And now, somehow, some way, the government decided to pick and choose on who to control and who not to. Somehow, some way, went to the restaurants. I was hungry. I don't know what happened there. I mean, I didn't have beef with any restaurants, no pun intended. You know, it's just I just wanted to eat.
Oh, being extinct be hard. Yo, how you all doing? We're doing great tonight.
Hey, no, we're doing great. Yeah.
This is finally, I feel like we're in getting into the perfect setting
Yeah.
for where me and you exist best.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I think we can finally start having fun again.
Yeah.
And it's not because I think we should start having fun again. I think the world's going to finally let us all like take a breather.
Yeah,
I
like-
saw so many of my friends' Instagram stories say, we can finally take a breath today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yo, you should have been breathing.
Yeah, like first of all, you weren't working out, smoking weed. What were you doing this whole time? Because you finally take a breath.
Take a breath.
But I mean, in some context, I can stretch myself to understand, right? It's like people that were just felt like oppressed over the situation and saddened over the situation,
100%.
and now they say, "Oh well, shit, it's finally over. My God, like we can finally move forward with a president that we basically don't have to pay attention to."
The boogeyman has left the room.
Yeah, yeah.
The funny thing about it for me is it seems a lot like watching a really, really good Super Bowl game. And I know that some people hate when you use game analogies when you're talking about human life, but sometimes it's just the way that my brain works.
Right.
And while, like, let's say you're rooting for your Pittsburgh Steelers and the Vikings are playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Highly unlikely based on how the Vikings have been playing lately.
The same as the Steelers, but continue.
Well, you had a great season.
Not bad. No, yeah,
You were strong midseason.
yeah, we were strong mid-season champions.
So if it came down to a Hail Mary and my boy Justin Jefferson brings down the ball,
Right.
and it could have been a close back and forth game, switching who's winning the game 5 times over. I win the game. That's the best Super Bowl ever for me.
Right.
For you, it's the worst Super Bowl ever.
Absolutely.
And it's so interesting to see my friends, people that I love, play politics the same way that I watch the Super Bowl, which is if my team won, this is the greatest day ever. This is the greatest country ever. Thank God it's just a blessed day to be in America.
Yeah.
And if your team lost, let hysteria begin.
Yeah.
Right? We play these tricks in our mind, always thinking everything is totally different because our team is winning. When I think progression is beautiful as we march on. 4 years of Biden will be great. I'm a conservative guy. It will be fine. I don't think that one person should be able to ruin my life.
Right.
And vice versa, I thought the same when it came to Trump.
Yeah.
But I understand why a lot of people didn't believe that. But I hope that while the people who now hated Trump so bad can sit in the position of their party in power.
Yeah.
So when their party isn't in power next, they can start to get the feeling of, oh, it does refresh itself.
Yeah.
Democracy does matter. There's ebbs and flows to this thing called life. There's ebbs and flows to our country and our politics. And it's great when you feel like your initiatives are working. But even if you don't have the president, that doesn't mean that like the world isn't keep on spinning.
Yeah.
Most of us are still living after what the worst president of all time people want to say, or and if you want to say that, like 100% worst president, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Most worst president of many people's lifetime, because based on when they started paying attention to politics, when they started getting old enough to see what was happening, and they point the finger at that, and I can get it, because you can say the worst president of all time was, like I said, the Obama or Clinton or whoever. I don't really care, or the first Bush. Yes, being existed be hard. This is a podcast, Smart and Mild podcast, with 2 mild guys talking about hot topics.
Everything hot topics, baby.
Everything. We got we're going live. We're streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. What else?
We don't have our OnlyFans up yet.
We don't have our OnlyFans up yet.
They're trying to keep us out right now. They're not giving that stream key.
Yeah.
Um,
We're too safe for work for that.
But we did start an OnlyFans account today. We just can't stream live on it yet.
Unfortunately. And that's where we get naked.
But best place to find us is on Reddit, when we're obviously going right now. But we are also streaming right now on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we're live there. If you want to be able to track all of our podcasts, that's the best place to go. And we're here weekly, every Wednesday. Making it happen. I don't know, between like 6 and like 8.
Yeah,
like somewhere around there.
Some change.
Like, don't bust our balls on every time it's going to be 6 or every time it's going to be 8.
Yeah, no.
It's going to be around there.
Somewhere around there, some change. You know what I mean?
We shoot for 6.
And it might even be around Wednesday. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who-
We're going to kind of, like, we're going to press play whenever we want.
yeah, it might be.
But it's going to probably be Wednesday.
It'll probably be Wednesday, more than likely. Yeah. But yeah, man. So like, yeah, we I'll play that side, but we're finally breathing again and finally moving forward. Like I said, I feel like we're just kind of gonna move on. And, we'll pay attention because of the scenario that happened before to some extent, but I feel like it's gonna be back to this boring thing that happens, and we kind of just do our own thing. I don't know.
What I just think is really cool about the United States in general is, a week and a half ago, we can go from our most disgusting moment in history.
Yeah.
And the most racist our country has ever been. And then a week and a half later, we can elect a female vice president who's half black and half Indian and set on stage a historic event. Like, this is absolutely a historic event. It's super dope to be here in this era and to show that majority of the United States voted for that.
Yeah.
And I didn't vote for this group of people. It's not because I hate this group of people. I just have different political initiative and expectations of how the government runs. I didn't vote for Trump, but I did a purple party type of thing.
Yeah.
And so that's how quickly like the cards change when it comes to democracy. Your vote matters, and it works.
It totally does. It totally does. And like I'm happy. I'm just. In a weird way, I kind of feel like, in a weird way, we talked a little bit about before how there's always like challenges to democracy. There's always challenges to, even before when people were voting, there was challenges to votes in certain counties. How it's hard to vote for certain people. How it was, how we have these discrepancies on who should vote and everything. And there was before we even had issues with had mail-in ballots and fucking basically you had mailboxes being stolen.
Yeah,
you had all these issues coming about, but we as Americans, we pushed through, we made it happen, regardless, and we showed our resilience out there. Man.
And that's the funny part, right? That's where it goes back to, kind of the football game is.
Yeah.
If the ball comes down in your hands, you don't care about the pushing and shoving that happened to catch the ball in the end zone.
No.
If like, it's like if Justin Jefferson catches it and I'm pushing off and doing all that, you're screaming today going, foul, 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 foul.
Yeah.
Did you not see that penalty?
Right.
And I'm going, dude.
You made a touchdown.
Gamers be gamers.
Shit, it be what it be.
Don't mess with my boy.
Yeah.
It's just, I love it. I think it's a beautiful thing about like who we are. I love our competitiveness in the United States.
Yeah.
I think that's something that really hasn't been spoke to is we might be the most competitive motherfucking culture of all time.
Oh my God.
How competitive are we over this politics
Dude,
stuff?
now that I'm thinking about it, you made a great point. We are competitive as fuck. Like, it's worse than sports. Like
we eat like we are crazy. Every single person like is just so darn competitive here.
Yeah, totally.
We are on that Instagram just either pounding this wind down our friends' throats or screaming foul ball, foul ball, foul ball. Like that wasn't a homer. You know what I mean? Yep. It's so interesting to see it. And it really just comes down to the competitive nature of the people that exist in this country.
Yeah. The capitalist is competitive. I'm like, shit. Yeah, because even on Twitter today, I was telling you, people are not happy about what's happening now with Joe Biden thinking that he's going to raise taxes. He's going to, what did they say? It was actually quite a bunch of nonsense repeating words. But it was like taxes. They're going to, he's going to let abortion go. He's going to take away abortion. And
we can eat babies in America, I think, by tomorrow.
No,
right?
It's baby. It's like baby. What do you call it? It's like baby blood inside of the vaccine, right? It's like baby.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, like baby tissue inside the vaccine. That's how.
Nice.
Yeah. That's how we're cured.
Because I think Whole Foods starts serving baby, by Friday.
Oh, great.
By Friday, babies are now available at Whole Foods.
They got the clearance. Yeah, they're good.
Because they've been a part of this with Bezos.
Yeah.
Amazon owns Whole Foods, and they got the baby clearance to be able to stuff. It's fresh. It's right by the veal.
Right.
Is where you'll be able to find that in the cold section.
Right. Jeff Bezos got it. Like, he just basically moved his medicine cabinet over, opened his secret back door, and said, "This is where all the babies are," and just started distributing it out to all the Americans because he had some surplus.
One of the funny Facebooks that I saw today is from one of my really liberal friends, and whoa, who we got? Oh, the audio's a little messed up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we're doing wrong here. Does it sound too loud? Does it sound?
Yeah, there's no feedback.
What's going on with it? Or is it just not connected?
Sorry, I didn't mean to stop you.
No, I want to figure out what's going on with this. Reddit users have always been really good to us to help us know what's going on.
Biden is radically pro-abortion. You know, it's actually interesting because I know people that are, you know, hardcore Christians, hardcore religious, and basically saying, you know, they voted for, you know, a certain side because of their religious views on abortion. It's like, that's like a hardcore thing. And
that's a hardcore left vote though as well.
Yeah.
Like, I am pro-abortion. Like, I vote left. Like, it's there. That was. I think it isn't anymore. I think the racial equity is more involved.
Yeah, it's less. It's a kind of like a smaller thing on the table. But that is a big thing, especially like people like my mom. She might have, like I told you, she might have voted right. I think so because of the abortion thing. And that's what's interesting because of the argument is like no, not the people. Argument on the left is like no, we don't want abortion. We just want free rights. We just want a woman to be able to do whatever with their body. That's the quote around it, and the freedom to do whatever with their body. And if no abortion is available, then they're gonna, you know, drop their babies on the side of the trash can and just leave them there and just bounce. And so the people on the right was like, no abortion. Period. Every child is God's kid, and we gotta let them all live.
But it is interesting with abortion is an interesting topic to me. I think you should be able to do what you want.
Yeah.
But with abortion, and I'm sure every mother who decides to do that, man, it's got to be a difficult decision.
Totally.
And man, I just think I don't want to ever be a country that like is really like pro go do that.
No, hell
I
no.
want it to be like, hey, like let's like think about the impact of it.
Yeah.
And create resources. It's more important that I would rather have the best choice for a single mother to have the baby. Like there's more resources available for you if you bared that child, then the country would really step up and say, yo, we're going to make sure that this child can live an equitable and valuable life. Yeah. I'd like to make it a harder decision to abort, right. But what that would come with a radical amount of giving to single mothers, and you would have to make sure that system obviously wasn't abused in any way. But I also think more kids the better. But we also have to be careful of like where funding goes to the appropriate places. Like you want people to be able to live like rationally reasonable lives.
Yeah, because like, you know, devil's advocate, I'm already coming up with excuses, and there's like, oh well, you know, a bunch of people are just gonna have babies on my dime. A bunch of people are just gonna just fuck all the time without any consequence. You know, they're just going to have all these clinics around in my city, in my suburban. Are you joking? No, hell no.
Yeah.
You know,
I just think it is weird when I see these like celebrity people like just celebrating it so much. I'm like,
that's weird.
it is a death. So like it's something to mourn and it's a solemn thing.
Yeah.
But the empowering women to be able to choose is, I understand the celebration component to that, but like it's still a baby life.
Yeah. I agree. You need to revise.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that it's a loss of a life. So I think it's a conversation that's appropriate to always have.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see so like as a Christian, I don't think that abortion is the appropriate route in that decision making process. But at the same time, I think that you should be. I believe that God gives us the ability to do and make decisions that we want to on earth. Like, God doesn't stop me from killing Cam if I wanted to right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that because I'm a Christian, but like
And we're
it's
live
not like
streaming.
God's jumping in the middle of that divine intervention. He might, if he wants to, like let jump in and do that, but like we have freedom of choice.
Yeah.
And I just think that we should live in a country that provides freedom of choice and then talk about where appropriate safety nets are needed in order to support those systems best.
Yeah.
But I don't think the government is all about morals. I don't think our taxes are empathy.
No.
And so that's why I don't look at this as a moral argument. If we're talking about the morality of abortion, that's a totally different concept than the legality of abortion to me.
Right.
And so I understand what you're saying, like a wrong side of history. But giving people the freedom of choice to me isn't giving people, if it shouldn't be celebrating it. The people that are celebrating it, I have a huge problem with.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna use my ADD to my advantage and change the subject. But we're gonna talk about vaccination, because I wanted to get into that. But first, we're gonna make a quick change to the audio. One of the closest to the way, probably one audio streaming, one side audio streaming.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
To their left is you.
Let's see if you're going now.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you, thank you guys for your feedback, by the way. Really appreciate it. We're gonna get this fixed ASAP. Are you signing up? I feel like I've seen one of your usernames before. I really appreciate you guys coming back though. It's awesome. Awesome. So yeah, so freaking I want to talk about something because the vaccine again. I know.
Yeah, do it.
I want to go back to it because I told you again, my dad watches the news and I occasionally kind of like, see it a little bit and then walk away. It's really ridiculous. But Al Roker was on in the morning, the fucking Al Roker. Shout out Weatherman. And he was like, hey, to your right. So that's me. So anyway, Al Roker was basically, was getting his vaccine on live on the news channel. Okay. And was basically asking the doctor a few questions. Yeah. And what he asked the doctor is, he said, let me look at my question. He basically said, if you get vaccinated and you're asymptomatic, do you still have to wear a mask? And there was a couple of things in that question that really just made my head explode, because I was just like, first of all, if you get a vaccine, how can you be asymptomatic? Number one. And number two, like we already talked about, like having to wear a mask after you get vaccinated. And what the doctor basically answered was like, hey, what we want to do first is we want to achieve herd immunity, which he's like 80-90% of people get vaccinated. They must get vaccinated. And he said
that number has definitely that's been a stake in the sand that slid significantly though.
Oh no, he said
herd immunity was not 90% before, and Fauci even was honest about that. He said, I didn't want to tell people the real number because I didn't want to scare people that it was 80 or 90%.
Yeah,
because he told us like it was like 50 or 60%. Oh, hell, like no. 3 months ago.
80-90%. That's what the doctor. It wasn't Dr. Fauci. It was this doctor that was on the morning show, and basically he's saying like, it's like once you're vaccinated, we need to have herd immunity before we all start pulling off our masks. Okay. And so I was like, okay. So first of all, you want us herd immunized, and second, like you can be asymptomatic after you get the vaccine. Like there's a number of things that like really coming up for me. So I was like, wow, like the whole point of like maybe we should come up with a new word for this vaccine with this Pfizer Moderna thing, because clearly last time I checked, the word vaccine is to cure, protect. So you don't get something again. You're protected against ever getting it again.
And you can't also give it to somebody else.
You can't give it to somebody else.
It was always supposed to be like a wall.
Yeah, and all these rules are being broken in between the word of this is a vaccine. So clearly, I don't know. Maybe we should change the definition of vaccine or change the wording of what this fucking shot is.
Well, that is what's different about this whole idea is they in what is the biggest pandemic that we've experienced of our lifetime. They changed how we actually think of vaccines in the middle of it, even the way that they started it. Yeah, it's because it's attached to like a protein now instead of actually giving you like a small dose. Yeah. Of it's like RNA that they're attaching this vaccine to, and before you would actually get like a little fire drill in your body where you
Right.
get a little bit of the real stuff.
Right. I actually have a COVID-19 basically like a breakdown of basically what the different vaccines do. And Moderna, which is mRNA, new type of vaccine which uses messenger RNA, which contains the instructions for human cells to make proteins that mimic part of the coronavirus to trigger the immune response. Efficacy 95%, passed all 3 trials, and dose required 2. Right. The Pfizer BioNTech is mRNA, which is the new mRNA technology tricks the body into making a viral protein itself, which in turn triggered immune response. Efficacy 95%, passed all 3 trials. Doses required 2. By the way, Pfizer BioNTech is also is American and German. By the way.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what's interesting. I'm not a scientist. I'm not really.
There we go. Now I can actually read everything they're saying here.
I'm not very brilliant at that, but these are not really vaccines like we have used before. These are genetic encoding and totally new to the science in people. Yeah, I mean,
I just don't know why we're doing something totally new in an environment that is very closed and quick and like dire.
yeah, this is very odd to me, bro. Like, why are we? I mean, I get that this is new. I don't know, man. I get that this is complicated and people don't really understand it, but it's like I don't understand what's quite happening here when nothing's really getting done. I don't know. It's very strange. Like it's like what's the point of getting a vaccine now? But what made me giggle quite a bit is the China virus vaccine is technology. It says innovated vaccine using the COVID-19 virus to itself to trigger an immune response. So the China one actually uses the COVID virus to trigger itself in immune response.
Oh, so they're doing a real vaccine.
Yeah, efficacy 50 to 70%. I'm sorry, that made me giggle. The one in China is only 50 to 70%.
I want to think that
I don't know, man. Like,
isn't the real? I think the real vaccine that we even use for the common cold, it's very effective, but we wouldn't really like the real numbers on how effective it is.
yeah, who knows? Who knows? That's why the numbers of healthcare workers are getting so low. Yeah, and by the way, so I didn't even talk about price. Like the Moderna one is $33 per dose. It says the price of the Pfizer Biotech is $20 per dose, and guess how much the one in China is? That's the cheapest. It's $5 per dose.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And I'm like, yo, like, and then the one in Russia is somehow 91% effective. The one in Europe and is like 62 to 90% effective, which is wild, which is super wild. But yeah, man, freaking, like, I just don't quite get like how we're rushing through this and people are getting vaccinated on camera and like we're like, everybody go get vaccinated. I have to schedule a vaccination for my grandpa as soon as possible. Everything's obviously closed out. I can't get until like God only knows when. And he's sick and tired of being inside. And I'm like, hey, I have to like figure out like, oh, you know, I don't want you to get Moderna vaccine because like you might get some type of like fucking allergy. So you have to get the Pfizer one, but you can't tell which one the Pfizer one is. But then does it really work? I don't really know. My grandpa's old, so he's like, if he goes out with the vaccine, and he still might get sick. I don't fucking know. Like, but he also, I just want him to go fishing too. But so it's confusing. It's very confusing.
Well, and I think it's interesting to watch all these like young 25-year-old to 35-year-old women get the vaccine because that's a lot of the nurses are young women.
Yeah.
And the whole expectation was that this was going to be a wall. So that's why the first responder would get it for like when you're in a nursing home, you couldn't get grandma sick.
Yeah.
But now if you have the vaccine, now you're more asymptomatic than you ever could be before.
What?
So now you're walking into grandma's habitat and putting her up to more death. And then you're also giving the vaccine to people who aren't going to die from the virus. So I understand that on the second level, it's all like the 65 and older.
Yeah.
But that really should have been the first people.
First level.
Because that's the only people that actually need it.
Needed like
a 25-year-old person does not need this vaccine if it doesn't help you other than yourself.
But
in a weird way, it's like kind of awkwardly selfish to get the vaccine if you're under 40 because you don't need it.
right.
It like you're not going to die from this virus, and if you're walking around with the virus now, you can give it to more people. I would rather just get sick.
Yeah.
If I know that I shouldn't hang out with you today.
Right, right. It's crazy. This is why the number of healthcare workers getting the vaccine is so low. Yeah, because think about it. I mean, working in healthcare, and then all of a sudden they say like, yeah, we have a new, completely new way. We haven't used science before, but we're using that in the new virus that we used before. And by the way, is kind of effective.
And it only helps you. It doesn't help your patient.
Yeah. And if you're asymptomatic, then you could give it to somebody still. I mean, my God.
It's so
I
funny.
mean, my fucking God. I'm sorry, I didn't even say that for the Christians out there. I got in trouble for that. Like, I was working. I was doing something, and I was working in a Walmart. I was selling phones at the time, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And then some guy was like, do you know my Lord and Savior? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you wouldn't say that then. And I was like, all right, like, my bad, man. Like,
Yeah.
hey, like, all right, hey, all good. I wasn't trying to step on his toes. I was just like, he said something where I was just like, Jesus Christ. And then he got really mad at me.
I do think it's funny that, like, to me, taking the Lord's name in vain is the only actual swear word. In the sense that, like, I don't think fuck, shit, damn, like, all that's like the big deal.
Yeah.
But like when you're saying like God's name and then you're saying damn, to me that is the only like swear word in the book.
Right.
And it is interesting how common it is in like society.
So common.
And how often people who don't believe in God use it. I'm like, how does it even get into that vernacular in your thought process to use that when it is something that means something to a Christian, where it's just a bizarre thing that slipped into our society,
right?
Where
it's a pretty harsh word, actually. I don't like saying.
Well, people be dropping GDs in like a rap song, and then it's like, you actually mean like that, and it's like, oh no, I don't believe in God. Yeah. Like, so then why do you care about saying that? Yeah. It's funny though.
There's something about if you're an atheist, you can't say like, "Oh God" in bed, when you're fucking. He's like, how can you believe that? Imagine just like stopping in middle sex. He's just like, how dare you?
It's so funny.
It's like, we don't believe that in this household. Get out of the bed. So that's just crazy, man. Like it's just and docs want herd immunity, and herd immunity like hurt. Oh my God! Like I'm trying not to flip out, but I'm just like her like. Heard, like I get it, I get what you're trying to say, but it's just like it's always like just get the people to go this way. Like it's almost like sheep. Like it's get the sheep to move in this direction, get the cows to move that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you honestly wanted herd immunity, though, you'd open the restaurants back up. You'd let everybody walk outside. Like that's the only way to get to real herd immunity.
Let everybody get sick.
You got to let everybody get sick.
Yeah, let everybody fuck around. Yeah.
And to believe in science in some way is actually to believe in the natural progression of how a virus works. Sometimes it's like to believe in science is to alter science and alter the natural state.
Yeah.
It's like science is doing its work whether we like it or not right now.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is like I think about this now. You just brought it up. I was like, yeah, science is doing its thing. Like I feel like science, not necessarily science, but like just like there's so many different like levels of like where like something like came down and kill us all, like the Black Plague, this coronavirus, Spanish flu, this and that.
Yeah, polio, these things
came down. The flu came down to kill us all, and like we were just like, no, we're gonna use science to stop it because we want to keep everybody here. But at the same time, science is like, well, shit happens, guys. Like niggas gotta die. Like I don't know what to tell you.
It's like if you don't believe in science, it's like, well, no, you're making science yourself.
Yeah,
you're playing God. Yeah, and that's okay to, I guess, like do your thing.
Yeah, say people, don't get me wrong,
but
it's just,
to say like you believe in science would actually be, to me, in a weird way, like play this through.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you believe in science, like I don't know, like
let it rock,
let it ride. Like. I don't know, like don't get me wrong, I don't want people to die or anything, but at the same time, it's like we keep like why do we keep complaining about overpopulation, we keep complaining about climate change, we keep complaining about all this stuff because of overpopulation, then we're like save everybody. Anyway, maybe not. So it's just I think we should maybe take a look at that. But I mean, but then people got like social medias and accounts and stuff. Now there's like GoFundMe, so it's sadder. You know, it's not like before when someone just died, they just bounce. Like it's like then you got to start like this whole thing. You got to put songs on it.
Right.
You got to have funerals, and then it's like then it's sad. Then no one wants that to happen. You know.
Hey, let's. I think it's time to maybe introduce our curly-headed overlord.
Yeah. So we have in over. Or, I don't want to say her name because I'm very scared for my life. But
It's a name that can't be spoken.
yeah, it can't be spoken. It's against all laws. But there's someone who is over this whole thing who is going to take us, to the Illuminati people, and going to help us out there. And we appreciate her. She's been overlooking our podcast for all this time. And truly,
I don't even know if we should always use she. Like, it's more like they are looking over us.
like the person is like, or not even the person. It's not even a person. It's like
It's an overseer.
yeah, it's an overseer. It's like a, what do you call it? Not
It's an energy of force.
yeah, like an energy of force. I don't get it, but anyway, but I think we want to introduce her because we want to let everybody know who this person is, who is.
And I think she's had to listen to the last, however many we're on now. We're in maybe 6 or 7.
Secretary podcast.
And she disagrees with, I think, most of the things I say.
Yeah. And we also need someone who check us. So like we're kind of going on and on and on, and like no one's checking us but the Redditors.
Right.
And then like live view of like the people that are like listening to us, like you fucking idiots. Like we someone else is going to be the person there that's going to speak for you, live with us. So we want to introduce our what we call our curly headed overlord, because truly our Lord and Savior. Come on in, curly headed overlord. Jesus, everyone give a round of applause. We appreciate it.
The curly-headed overlord.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Yes.
Wow.
So welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Hello,
So-
Redditors.
Got Redditors in the place.
She's calling us peasants, not you guys. She loves y'all. She loves y'all more than us. Trust me.
Got a lot of love.
Yeah. So our curly-headed overlord does great things. By the way, helps out the world, helps out the kids.
The youths.
The youths. Does great work.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'm trying to.
Well, you really stay keyed into what's going on in the world. She is more educated and a smarter individual than us.
We're all smart in our own ways.
But she's a different type of hot sauce to be able to bring into this type of conversation.
Yeah.
Where we're mild, she's certainly spicy.
Very spicy.
And this is what this conversation is about. It's to bring in every single person who wants to be on this show, which is revered. It's on the top of the charts. It's also despicable.
Yeah.
And it's also plummeting from the charts at the same time. It's rising.
Yeah.
It's two things are happening at the same time.
It's like Bitcoin, just
It's like a Bitcoin show.
Yep.
just up and down.
Like Mitch McConnell, just up and down his chin.
So how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
It's been a good day. Got the first woman of color as the VP. How can you not celebrate?
There you go.
That's right.
Um,
Being alive is important, huh?
Facts.
Importante. Okay.
Facts.
We like to be alive here on the Smart and Mild. We really do. So we want to talk about a couple of things now.
All right.
I feel like are we complete with the political stuff?
I mean, I'm pretty much over it.
How are you? What do you want to add?
She probably has some more to say.
I mean, I'll probably, trickle in a few political things here and there.
Please, we'll talk about the political before we
As
move
it
on.
comes in.
Yeah, because we can always push back.
Yeah, we can always go back if you wanna.
That's
mention.
all right with me.
All right. So what are you thinking about the new administration coming in, like because of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Do you like Kamala Harris? Do you even like her face?
I like her face, yes. Yeah. As an immigrant myself, it's awesome to see the daughter of immigrants, be in such a position.
Yeah.
It's definitely inspiring. I work with a bunch of youth in the community of Watts, and so today we got to talk a little bit about that and share her story with youth and give them something to look up to too, which is exciting. But again, I think that yes, there's Joe Biden's already done a few different executive orders that have created some positive change. The change hasn't come yet, but it's coming. But I think it's really important that we still put pressure on our administration. Totally. No one is perfect. They're not perfect. And their track record isn't perfect. So I think it's important for a lot of advocates to continue putting pressure on our administration to create the change that we want to see. Yeah. So the work is not done just because they're in office. There's still a lot of work to be done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you buy the whole hope is now and we are here to fix everything that happened in the last 4 years, and because of the Dems are in office that we are the saviors of all?
No, I don't think they're going to save everything, but I think they are going to make a positive impact. I mean, within his first day, he's already, signed up for the Paris climate thingamajiggy.
Paris climate accord, which we're the only people on the dial to actually shovel the cost off, and nobody else was actually like really splitting the bill.
Yeah,
that's the only problem. It's just there's no teeth in it.
Yeah,
I think it's also like a statement of like, are we gonna like try to do something about the climate disaster?
Yeah,
like as a world together, because it affects all of us.
Yeah,
so I think it's more of like we recognize climate change is a real thing.
Yeah.
And it's time for us to all do our part, whatever that may look like.
Yeah, yeah. And why Paris? Why, like, have y'all seen LA? Like, my God, like the smog is happening in there.
It's real.
I used to work by the LAX airport, and legit, like, I'm inside my office and I'm having a hard time breathing because of the airport's right next to there.
It's bad.
It's really bad. In combination with all the cars just like posted there in
it's
traffic.
gotten better with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
Less cars,
And that's the whole thing with me when it comes to like the climate change stuff. I get if we talked about it just in like a sentimental value with like the Paris Climate Agreement, if that to me actually changed the world, I would be all about it. Usually, I think that when countries are sending money around, these bureaucracies just eat it.
Yeah,
and then America usually has to split the bill, and then other countries don't even do their job half the time, and then we're sitting around acting like we care, and everything else is still out of whack.
Yeah,
and that's where these like rules and regulations that we all put on ourselves. It's better to just do and be and prove that it works than always saying like, "Hey, Cam, like Christianity is really working for me.
Yeah,
I believe God is real. I need you right now to be able to say that God's real for you too." Like, why don't I freaking prove to you that God is real by my actions and by my lifestyle and the way that I treat you and like all of these different things? That works. But if I'm sitting here being like, dude, if you don't think God's real, you're an idiot, bro.
Yeah.
If you don't understand my reality and what I know and the books that I've read, then fuck you, man. Like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. Like, I think that climate change activists could learn a lot about how to be the change by looking at how much people hate a lot of Christians, and look at the Catholic Church and the way that they have talked down to people for a long time and used different environments to go, if you're not with us, you're against us. Yeah. That strategy just doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't.
And so the way that I think religion has isolated itself, even though I think it's authentic and real, I understand how the concepts or the religious structure has isolated people. I see some climate change people doing the same thing. I'm like, if you were a Christian, you'd be annoying as fuck. Yeah. But you're a climate change person. Yeah. So that's cool and trendy right now. But like, I get how it gets that rift, even though it can be real, the realness is lost in the messaging.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Lulu, like, I want to hear what I see your quirks.
Yeah, please.
What do you mean it's lost in the messaging? Like, what's the message that you're hearing from the climate change activists?
Well, if you're not doling out a lot of dollars internationally, you're not about change.
I feel like all the climate change people are broke though.
I mean, I think it's just.
But climate change, the initiatives are making people rich. I just don't think they're actually changing the landscape of how we are doing it. Like regulations,
what about like banning like plastic bags.
Yeah,
or
at a certain level.
banning.
Yeah, but so we ban plastic bags today, and then like in 2 weeks we'll learn that the banning of plastic bags cut down more trees in the rainforest. So then the rainforest, everyone learns. Like I remember being in middle school, and everyone's like, "You can't use paper, bro. The Amazon is getting cut down.
Yeah.
Use plastic. Like be a fucking environmentalist and use plastic.
Right.
Like don't be an idiot." So then I'm like, all right, cool. Like when I'm at High V, she's like paper or plastic, and I go plastic. I'm about this change.
Right.
And then like I got to college and I went to Whole Foods for the first time, and I was like paper or plastic, and I was like plastic because I care.
Right.
And it was like,
I care.
But don't you care about the planet? Like plastic is ruining the planet.
Right.
You have to choose paper.
Right.
So go. Okay, like now I'm a paper guy. Okay, you go in the back. Like I'm generally hitting paper bags because I don't want to. But so now we're burning down the rainforest again.
Yeah.
So there, and I just think that that's how free market works. And so like this kind of political bashing here or there, it gets a little bit confusing. Eat eggs one day, they're healthy. Eat eggs the next day, they're not.
Yeah, I feel like there's a level of like. I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong, 100%. And I feel like there's also a level of like, for instance, like where power comes from now. There was a big push for companies to be more invested into solar, wind. Basically, the bigger these companies have gotten, and they've actually minimized the cost of coal power, natural gas, and because of that, that's a helping these climate change people are aiding these people to help grow their business.
But if as much energy was spent on telling me what companies are doing good in climate change instead of telling me that Trump and all of his followers are idiots for not following it, if the energy was put into the progress of it and not looking back on the sidelines and saying, if you're in the peanut gallery, you're a piece of shit. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit in the peanut gallery sometimes because I don't even know.
Give me one quick second, guys. All right, guys. So on Reddit, we hear you guys. The audio is broken. We are actually running out of time, but we are still streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. So if you guys want to continue seeing us, feel free to actually see us over on there. We're actually going to work on our audio, and we'll make sure it's fixed by next time. But for now, feel free to come tune in to our Facebook and YouTube, or Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, because we're going to keep this conversation going.
Yeah.
Yep.
See you over there.
Right there.
And yeah. So we're still on YouTube now, though.
Okay. Perfect. So YouTube viewers, we just got cut off on Reddit. We're sorry, but now we're back.
And we're chatting on some climate change here. This is Smart and Mild Podcast. Everything hot topics. It's usually, just some mild people talking about smart things.
Yeah.
And then we also try to have some smart topics and some mild topics. We're doing kind of the smart topic thing today.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear some ranting and raving.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There's times that I listen back onto the things that even I say today.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, man, like, you know what? I didn't totally agree with my stream of thought. And that is a little bit about what some of this is about. It's us learning how to be able to discuss some of these topics, thinking about what are coming out of our head, and then being willing to be devil's advocate, talk about this, and figure it out.
In every episode, when I was actually looking over the episodes, it was actually kind of mildly amusing because I was actually we talked about race we talked about we had the same discussion about race, and we're saying two different things in two different episodes, and basically saying like how like Trump isn't racist, and then we were like Trump is racist, and we went back and forth per episode. It's kind of funny, but hey, but that's our podcast.
That's the process of learning and growing.
Yeah,
you're not always right, and sometimes you're wrong, and then you realize, oh crap, what did I just say? Did I really mean that?
Yeah.
Let me check my facts.
Right.
You got Reddit checking you.
Yeah, we're like Reddit's like, no motherfucker, you ain't right. The Paris Climate Agreement is this. It's kind of amusing, but no, we really madly appreciate y'all.
And always just follow us on YouTube. That's the best spot to be able to stay in contact with us. And that's where we want to see you all. So
Yeah.
pile in there, like and subscribe. It's going to be great to be able to help us build our channel.
Yeah. And I know who that one person is watching right now. I know who you are.
We know.
Looking at you.
Look at that.
You know who you are. Anyway,
Really, that only fan.
me, my only fan. So what I wanted to continue what we're talking about the basically the progression of what it looks like to, I don't know, be like, what does it look like? What does it look like to you for, like, since the progression of like climate change activists, and are they making change or are they doing something about it? What do you think?
I mean, I know there's a lot of people doing the work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of organizations that are coming at it from different angles. I'm definitely not an expert. I mean, I try to just do my part.
Mm-hmm.
I try to turn the lights off. I try to recycle.
Turn off the water when you brush your teeth in the middle of it.
You know, the little things. It's the little things that I think we can all do and stop putting the expectation on, like, others, right?
100%.
And holding these, like, activists and organizations on this, like, pedestal of, like, you got to solve everything. It's like, we all got to do our own part. You know, and that's the same idea when it comes to a lot of the different things we want to change in our communities. You know, I think we talk a lot about other people trying to do it, or how they're doing it wrong, or who's doing it right. And I think everybody's coming at it from a different angle. And I think it's important for us as an individual, you know, to come at it in a certain, you know, approach as well. And so to actually be about it and do it and put in that effort, and just stop talking crap about everyone else who's trying to do it and judging it, you know?
Yeah, like let the people that are trying to make it happen be.
I haven't heard a good argument of why nuclear power isn't the way to go. Nuclear power seems like the greatest possible way to have this endless stream of energy that doesn't actually hurt us.
Basically, the argument is if it fucks up everything. So
I think we're smart enough to create more innovative, sustainable things. I think we have the ability, the mindset to do it. So instead of just saying, what's the easiest way, let's invest that time and the effort to actually come up with something sustainable for our freaking kids.
Yeah.
But what if I said that we came up with this science that when atoms split, we're able on a microscopic level, even on a within like a nuclear level, when that atom splits, we're actually able to grab the energy that's naturally made through atom splitting and use that energy to be able to power the world in a way that doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And it's beyond what we could ever imagine science to be. It's an endless form of energy that produces more with less input than is even close to any geothermal, any solar, any gas, any oil. Wind. Nuclear energy would put the oil business out.
Yeah.
So in a weird way,
what's the risk? Do the risk outweigh the benefits? That's my only question.
Yeah, and that's what everyone keeps coming back to. They say they look at Fukushima, Japan. They look at they look at what the big one that happened in
yeah, but it's never happened on American soil.
Never happened on American
and this
soil.
is the thing. If climate change people are so adamant about that world is ending and we have to do anything at all costs, at any moment, stop driving your cars, stop flying planes. Yeah. I go, why wouldn't we give nuclear a shot? Yeah. Like, I'm just like, it's so adamant about like, it's dire. Yeah. So I'm like, if it's dire, let's take some risks. And done the right way, nuclear isn't risky. Yeah. We've never fucked up nuclear.
You're right on that part.
The only time nuclear's ever been done wrong is when it's done by half-ass groups that aren't actually taking it seriously.
And what were the impact of those groups?
The fallout's brutal. Fallout's brutal. But is it? But this is the thing. But I'm being told that the fallout is catastrophic on a global level right now. That within 12 years, our planet could be done if we don't change course. So do we care about 30,000 people in Nevada that would have nuclear fallout if the plant somehow bursts? or do we care about the 7 billion people on Earth? I hear from the climate activists that we care about the 7 billion people on Earth.
Yeah.
More than the 30,000, because we're hearing that everyone's going to die if we don't figure this out. Yeah. So I'm very confused how nuclear isn't the dopest thought ever when it comes to climate activists. Yeah, it's like they don't want the real solution
because there's too much risk.
Yeah, they're complaining about the risk, and there actually has been some accidents on U.S. soil, but it's saying this number is kind of weird, resulting in loss of human life and more than $50,000 worth of property damage.
$50,000.
$50,000 ain't much. That's like my car and your car.
But do we know like the long term impact of it, of having that in our environment?
No, and that's what's brutal.
On development.
Because of if you look back at the big accident that happened over in Europe, I mean that area can't be occupied for another like couple hundred years. Like straight
There's
up.
Your risk. But there's your freaking risk.
But I'm being told that the risk of climate change is the inevitable ability that humans will not be able to live on Earth. I'm saying that when I'm looking at like the what do you call it the that chart of like the plus minus graph.
Yeah.
I go, okay, like let's call it 30,000 acres doesn't exist in Nevada anymore because a potential nuclear fallout in 30 years of a plant that got too old.
Right.
Or we being able to get off of fossil fuels. Like that's what I'm being told, that like this is an inevitable death.
Yeah.
Why aren't we taking like no? So then we're like, okay, you know what we should do? We should just like sit and sunbathe, and that's gonna give us all the energy.
I'm with you. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you 100%. But it comes back to people being scared about it. So they're kind of treading lightly using solar power, natural gas, fucking wind energy, because it's far less risk to even anything. Basically anything. The worst thing that can happen, a couple birds can die, and that's about it. Maybe a bird gets burned if they land on one of the solar panels.
But the risk. But the thing is
low.
But we're not going to be able to sustain what we're doing with that energy.
No.
Like we have to drastically change our lives. We have to stop driving our cars. We have to start going in buses and mass transportation.
Hell no.
Trains have to be a major priority.
The boy's not going back to buses, okay? I'm telling you that right now.
I don't mind.
So
hell no.
This is the biggest problem from people that are climate deniers, which I'll claim to be right now, just in this argument, right? It's not about the fact that I don't think our lifestyle changes the planet. I think we alter the planet every single day. Every breath I take alters the planet. Sure. And I do think that we're using too many resources too frequently. And it's obvious that we are polluting our planet. I'm an anti-pollution guy, big time. Yeah. I think we should pollute less because I think that makes us all healthier.
Straight up, 100,000.
If you drive to LA, you can't be like, you can't believe that pollution doesn't exist. Pollution exists, and it has to be affecting my life.
Yes.
But I'm losing my train of thought a little bit on it because I'm probably getting a little bit too ranty. This kumquat's gonna help me.
Did you just eat it with that? What?
Yeah,
that's how you eat
it.
these.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Really
Eat it like that.
It's sour though.
What?
It's sour.
It's like outside of an orange. What the hell?
Don't eat it too close to the mic. It's gonna sound disgusting.
Oh.
First time having a kumquat.
Oh my god.
You don't like it?
No. It's weird.
It tastes like a nuclear power plant.
It tasted like a lemon, then it tasted like an orange, and then it shot up in my nose.
Oh, this was my last point on the climate change thing. Mm-hmm. It doesn't always feel like the people that are promoting climate change are adhering to the changes that are necessary. Okay. So it's the same argument as seeing a pastor who's not doing the pastor thing. It's the same thing as seeing a pastor on a private jet, and I go, whoa. Why are you dressed like that? Why are you talking like that? Why are you on a plane like that? If you believe it, live it. And so a lot of these climate change people, to me, and this is, I'm being honest now, I'm not playing devil's
Very
advocate.
broad description of many people.
They,
but okay.
I feel like they want me to change my lifestyle and not for them to change theirs. I'm saying live the life. And then if it's so true, like, then we can get there.
Like, dude, Greta Thunberg, it takes fucking sailboats across the Atlantic. I mean, shit. I mean, some people are, but no, it's actually very, very few. I get what you're saying, because a lot of climate change.
And I think Christians should, don't get me wrong, I think Christians should start being Christian. Like,
Yeah.
and do that thing better in order for, like, what I think is important in this planet to actually happen.
So say climate deniers weren't hypocrites, then what do they do?
If they weren't hypocrites?
Yeah, what is the plan A for climate change?
So never fly an airplane,
Okay.
sell your car and only use public transportation or bike.
Okay.
Or hybrid. Tesla.
Well, Tesla drives off of coal.
Oh, it does?
Coal power technically to charge the ports, and then they charge your car with it.
A Tesla drives also of mainly natural gas.
Yeah.
In some states, coal and crude fossil fuels. How do we get energy?
Yeah, it's a lot
They
of
don't come from flowers.
Yeah.
It comes from an energy transformation, and it comes from generally striking a fire in gas or in oil or in coal.
Yeah.
And that energy transfer is where that power comes from.
Yeah.
And so my Jeep guzzling Devilmobile only drives off of gas.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it works in California. I don't know how coal is introduced into that system. But on your electrical grid, most of our houses are powered, like 90% of our house is going to be powered off of like natural gas.
I think it's less than that in California, but I get your point.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're driving like a Tesla in Texas or Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
you have coal that's driving your Tesla.
Yeah, in California, they're doing a pretty decent job of trying to get more renewables on the grid and less coal power from the grid.
That's what the hilarious part about this is.
But our backup in case shit goes wrong is coal power.
And I think coal's bullshit. Like, I think there's so many more valuable ways. So that's where I'm not like, I don't believe in clean coal. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah. It literally makes no sense. I don't even know who made that phrase up.
Probably Donald
LJ
Trump.
just said right now.
Probably Donald
No,
Trump.
it's been getting pushed for like 10 years.
Donald Trump. So I mean, I think we get to do better. I mean, I drive a hybrid, but I don't think it really matters. I just pumped a bunch of gas in it. It didn't drive on battery to get here. But we try to take our steps to do better, but it's also a long way to go.
Lots of work to do.
Because I come at wanting to improve the environment simply on simplistics. Like, I want better air, I want better water, I want to be able to jump in any lake fear free, like we're supposed to. I want to be able to go to anywhere and be able to take deep breaths. I feel like, dude, by the way, I should have told you, I was taking my bike the other day. I feel like it was the first time I took a deep breath in the longest time ever, because I went into this like little area. It was just like a farm for farmers and stuff, so there's a lot of trees and stuff, and I was like, wow, finally I felt it in the deep down parts of my lungs. But because of living in LA, you can't do that. Your lungs will not allow you to take a deep breath because
They're in survival mode.
Yeah, it's basically in survival mode. It's like, well, something's wrong in the air, and so we're not going to inhale all of that. We're only going to take half of that.
That's probably why coronavirus is fucking LA up more than anything else, and no one's gone outside.
I don't know, man, but I can physically tell. Like, my body knows that when I'm in LA and when I'm not.
I can feel that when I go to Minnesota, bro. It's like it's a different life.
I can breathe again anywhere I go.
The trees are greener, the air is cleaner. Yeah. It's crazy.
You can take you literally, your body will allow you to take deep breaths. Have you noticed that? Which is
That's
insane.
real. Environmental racism is real.
Oh
my God, we're gonna
wait. So I can take deeper breaths than you?
Not that.
Wait, how does it work?
It depends on what area you'll live in and how polluted your area is. So, like, often, like, lower income areas have
I thought the environment was racist.
He said white people can take 30% deeper breaths than black people
because the air likes us more.
It's attracted to it. Oh my God.
Air loves white lungs.
Yeah. If that's the case, then black people should get less coronavirus because we receive more vitamin D than anybody. I don't fucking know. It help us all, God. We really need help. So environmental racism.
I gotta go to the bathroom quick. You guys discuss it.
I just want my coffee. But
coffee?
can you grab my coffee, please?
I'll go in on this
please,
one.
please. So that's actually really interesting. You say that because let's just take LA, like nowhere else, because we know LA, right? And have you noticed that like all the most shittiest polluted places are the hoods?
That's actually very intentional, because anytime any plant or big polluting industry wants to build somewhere, if they try to build in more wealthier, affluent white communities, guess what? Those communities know how to advocate for themselves and work the system and work the government so that those institutions do not build in those spaces. And so they end up building in lower income communities, in black and brown communities. And that's a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, you just in LA lay an example as itself. Like Shell is in like right on the border of like Inglewood, the whole Shell of West Coast. You have all these aerospace companies polluting all this shit. You have car manufacturers all in the same spot where houses are. You have the airport. You have planes literally flying over like communities right before you get land in LAX.
There was an airline that dropped
a bunch of gasoline
on an elementary school.
Gasoline, because it's like, all right, I guess we got to dump fuel because I don't know.
I guarantee you that school.
There was kids literally like, oh, I felt burnt, like I felt something burning my skin because there's a plane that like basically leaked gasoline over my school.
And that's just not happening in white communities,
no.
in affluent communities. That's not happening.
Bro, if that happened in Brentwood, people would be flipping the fuck.
That airline would be canceled.
They'll be canceled, fucking out of business. I was getting ready to say some more racist shit, but I was like Korean Air. No. But my point is like, it's just it's funny how that works, ain't it? It's funny.
That's a real thing. Yep.
Yeah. Because I'm like because when my first job in LA was basically in El Segundo. And man, that area is disgusting. Like, and when it comes to air quality, like I literally had an app that was telling me the air quality. It was like probably the worst
it's bad
area in California. And
because you have those airplanes just
flying over
it,
and or they're just parked. And then around the airport, there's a bunch of cars parked because they're trying to get their people dropped off. They're in traffic trying to get to the plane. All those cars parked in that lot, just sitting there, like letting just the air just come out of their vents and shit.
Yeah,
like it's
bad.
It's pretty disgusting.
It's bad.
And to have like that's not a rich neighborhood. Come to shock. So I find that very, very ironic. And then you go down to the south. You ever been to San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay, so San Diego, like south of San Diego, there's like Chula Vista and all those other. There's another like there's all these companies that are just like doing just you can do the dirty work over there. You can do the dirty work over there, no problem.
Yep.
So I find that amusing a little bit because it's just a little odd that what goes down where.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about the children, the children.
Yeah, I think
that have to grow up in these environments and have their health be impacted. The levels of asthma, obesity due to the environmental circumstances.
I literally think like real simplistically when it comes to certain things sometimes where it's like you got the people up in Northern California. There's a lot of trees in Northern California. I think we should really take note of that in Southern California. Yeah, and literally like almost statistically, people over there are smarter. They're smarter. And I'm like, why? Why is that the case? And I really thought, I'm like, maybe it's because the air is better. They have better water. Maybe because, I don't know, it's just better environment altogether.
Maybe their development isn't being impeded by
all this shit. Like,
pollution.
It's shocking, I'm surprised the San Francisco airport is not in Oakland. I really am. Like, but there used to be an Oakland airport right there. But
I think one of the trolls, though, of this is the fact that we could keep our like forests better. We could keep our environments better if we did like forestation, if we did like controlled burns and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So in the same way that we create a vaccine to like save us from the virus that widely spreads, we've figured out how to actually have plants and stuff flourish so much. But a lot of our prevention in that has actually led to more fires. So California's biggest issue with forest fires is the fact that most of them that can be prevented, but there's so much protection on the forest that we can't even do the appropriate things in order to like debrush the stuff because we're going, don't touch it. let the world work as it does.
And then when the world works
And it's
as
like,
it does,
it goes coronavirus in the United States.
Yeah.
So that was Newsom was getting crushed for that this year, because what happens is you then have for-profit loggers that go in and utilize that. It's kind of like when there's too many deer in a place in Minnesota, they put out deer tags.
Yeah.
And so you get a bunch of redneck hillbillies go shoot deer in the head. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that's so disgusting.
Yeah.
However, that actually allows for the whole environment to like live fresher and better, because when you do have one species kind of overrun all of it, it gets a little bit dicey.
Yeah.
And so there is actually ways for us to kind of meet in the middle and play coronavaccine virus on
The forest
like
fires.
these forests.
Yeah, dude.
To let us all not have these crazy burns.
Yeah. I was
Every
thinking-
single year.
I was really thinking about that for my run for mayor, or my run for governor in the future, and I was just
When
like,
do you run? Is it next time?
I think it's in the 30s, 2030s, 2030s.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
Did I
thinking of your
fuck this thing up?
slogan. Have you thought of your slogan?
I think it's gonna be like very like brute force. Like I think my whole like campaign is
Whoa.
gonna be very brute force.
That's kind of
I don't know how I
Trumpy,
feel
isn't it?
about that.
Yeah, a little bit. Like it's like stop fucking around. Let's clean this bitch up. Like
Holy
like,
shit, bud.
Oh yeah, no, we're going all in. Like it's like I'm like y'all know what time it is. Like your boy's here. Like that's how kind of campaign
Like
I'm
a
finna run.
WWE.
Yeah, like we've been fucking up for too long. Your boy's been here. I saw all everything. I know all y'all because I've been living here. I visited. We've vacationed here and there. And listen, like we need to do this there. We need to burn the forest first, in the winter, so when the fires come around in the summertime, y'all not dying and moving out everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to make sure PG is sued. We need to make sure fucking like. Just like we need to make sure we're running off clean energy. We're not running off coal like LJ said. We're gonna make sure the taxes are lower, by the way, because why are we taking fucking 12 to 13% of taxes? I'm sick of it. So everybody's gonna be happy. More people are gonna move here. And then we can like provide more jobs. We can allow more Mexicans to come in because we love the Mexicans, by the way. And then we can just let California be what it is, the beautiful state that it is. But not like but also make sure we keep our parks. We make sure to keep our forests. Make sure we keep the nice things, but less cars. By the way, we're gonna provide incentive for EVs to continue to run. As you can see here, I'm kind of planning.
Camp for press.
I'm kind of planning it a little bit.
I got your slogan.
Yeah.
Shut up and listen.
Motherfucker.
Shut up and listen, y'all.
Yeah, like
Up and listen.
to your boy.
Shut up and listen. He's out here.
Yeah, shut up and listen. to
It
your
feels very totalitarian.
Yeah.
It feels scary.
boy. I'm going in.
It feels fun.
Yeah.
I don't.
But like
No fun.
but right totalitarian. So that's the thing. Like if I go for governor, for sure totalitarian. But like it's gonna be like
Totalitarian is
it's
cool.
It's gonna be like it's
fun.
it's more like sit down, shut up, but let me feed you breakfast. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of totalitarian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
know?
like that.
Yeah, it's like a slap and a kiss.
Yeah.
At the
yeah.
same time.
Yeah. Like not like
Everybody
not,
likes a backhand.
not leave you alone. I'm gonna make sure you're
Backhand
taken
kicks.
care of. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everyone's gonna be like, wow, like I wish I had a governor like Cameron. You know what I mean? Cameron said he run for governor. He was like the greatest ever. And I'm just gonna do one term. I'm gonna retire, and I'm gonna go like Arnold Schwarzenegger style. Just start making movies, like making press, getting in the newspapers. I'm doing the whole thing, bro. Just saying. Anyway,
Jesus. I see this is going to
Put
be
the
scary
coffee
when,
down. Put the coffee down,
when
please.
we air this rant in like 30 years when you are president or governor. And
I'm, like, full-blown doing it.
You can say, like, we saw it coming. It's the same way when Trump was like, I would run as a Republican because Republicans are idiots.
yeah. And I'm saying I'm running as a totalitarian because
And shut the fuck up and listen.
clearly ain't shit getting done. Okay? Yeah, shut up, fuck up, and listen to your boy. So my bad. I just wanted to let you know.
Y'all
Jeez,
listening?
bud.
Y'all listening out there?
As you can see, I'm a little frustrated. I love California. I really do. I'm born and raised, and I don't like Newsom's face or hair, and I don't want to hear his fucking stupid briefs anymore. I'm sick and tired of he going 4 hours on the TV show, just like this is how we're gonna lock everything down. We're gonna go step A, lock it down. Step 2, lock it down twice. Step 3, and then you put on mask and lock it down a third time. And shut up. Don't say anything to me. I'm gonna go to a restaurant. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Idiots. So I'm sick and tired of these fools, man. I'm really
Newsom's a wild boy.
wild dude, man. He's sick and tired of his face. And then you gotta show
53
him
years
his face.
old.
He's 53. Where's he's from? Where's he from?
Oh.
Pretty good for 53 though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think he got some Botox in there?
Oh yeah. All those guys got Botox. Are you kidding? They're eating babies with
Looks
Jeff
good.
Bezos.
Wait, so is he actually? Oh, so this is his. Okay, is his wife here?
Wife looks like a female him.
I mean, his wife looks like a Hollywood chick.
Yeah, but so does he. Doesn't?
He's never getting crap for like having like a little TikToker wife.
Really?
Didn't she look kind of like a TikToker?
Yeah,
Like,
a little bit.
Everyone looks like a TikToker to you.
But he looks like he came out. He looks like a fucking
20 years ago,
DC
she'd have been
Marvel
TikToker.
mayor. Like
He isn't. It is interesting when the left loves him because he seems like that's everything you're supposed to hate. Like the tall, clean.
But he's kind of like progressive.
douche.
But like he's got this blondie wife. Like, isn't this what we're supposed to hate?
No.
I always thought this is what we were supposed to hate.
I don't know. Hate. I don't know if hate
That's
is
a
the
strong
word.
word.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I don't know how. I don't like. I'm judging him by his character, not whether he looks. But like now, his character sucks. Now I can judge by him by his looks.
Like that's an expensive little suit.
California taxpayer money. Y'all.
There he is at the game.
But if you're mayor of San Francisco, like you're paid. Like you're just like mayor of LA. Like something's going down. Like you
Everyone
got
at the top is getting paid.
yeah, Illuminati ties, everything.
You could be the governor. You could be the president of a university. You getting paid.
Yeah, you're in any restaurant you want to get into, and you better tip well because they'll fucking Yelp review your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not trying to turn this into like a bash Newsome session.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I just got into that because I was running for mayor, or governor, excuse me.
And you got to go head up against him.
Yeah, I
yeah,
get that. I get that.
Dude,
Competition.
I'm sorry, but I was again. My dad was watching news and I saw Maxine Waters. I'm like, wait, she's still in office, my guy. That's what I got kind of mad. I was like,
Wait, this was his wife?
What?
what the fuck is that?
This was his wife back.
Oh, that's what's his name's girlfriend now. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's that lady.
That's Trump.
Governor
Yeah.
Newsom
She was like-
used to be married to Donald Trump Jr.'s wife.
No.
No.
That's Donald Trump Jr.'s wife now. That's Donald Trump Jr.'s wife.
Was once married to Newsom.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God,
I remember hearing about that.
mind
And that's the lady who's just
That
like,
lady is crazy.
America now, like that lady.
She was wild in that
That's
video.
Newsom's wife.
That was Newsom's.
Yeah.
I wonder if who is she? I want to
She's
know more about
weird.
this crazy lady.
What a and
Wait,
from
so that's
San
Donald
Francisco,
Trump?
another one.
Whoa, this is crazy.
I remember hearing about that too, but I didn't. Put
Kimberly, what's that?
Guilfoyle.
Yeah.
Oil.
She was the one who got kind of wild.
She got wild in that. What was that?
And
What was
Newsom-
that?
Video.
It was like a convention.
The
It was
Republican National
the
Convention.
RNC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Newsom
I
was
remember-
married to her.
I didn't know Newsom was. I'm confused. Was she always that radical though?
Who? Wait.
Like-
Who is she from start to finish? Like what?
That's what I'm
Yeah. Like
we're
did-
going in.
Did she just get? Because some people just get married and then they're like, I'm somebody now. Like. and
I
that's
think
it.
this is a prime example of, okay, I think we can all agree that she got a little crazy
She got
on that thing.
crazy. Oh my
Bro.
gosh.
And
RNC.
that's what guys like Newsom do. You hang out with him long enough, you're going to go exactly the opposite.
Oh my God! I can imagine. I'm
You
look. That's
think?
like, I'm going crazy
What-
looking
can
at
we
his
look
face.
at what's her story? Like, who is this lady?
Yeah. Who is she? Yeah. Who is she from?
She looks
start to finish?
great for 51. I think it's a science thing.
Well, no,
that
she's
keeps
definitely got Botox.
Nah.
It's called science. I don't deny science.
I mean, Botox is science. I mean,
Anyways, I don't really care about how she looks. She's,
yeah. What is her
I wanna know,
Wikipedia? Her early career.
Oh, you think she has early childhood on her Wikipedia? You really think she
No,
has
just-
early
she's
childhood?
like
Okay.
35.
Oh, there it is.
Law. Okay. After law school. Okay. So she's like. Okay.
half Puerto Rican, half Irish, Catholic. Okay.
Oh, she grew up in the Mission District, San Francisco. So maybe this was
Oh, that's
he
probably
grew
why.
up in San Francisco as well.
San Francisco too, so
Okay,
probably
so
like-
this.
Like, we met up using neighbors. See, this is why I want to like move to San Francisco after, not like have kids and raise them in San Francisco, because them boys are nuts, bro.
Dude,
What
San
do you mean?
Francisco is cool for coffee and wine, but it kind of sucks.
Bro, I will not
Let's look
raise
at
my
her
kids in San
career. I
Francisco.
want to see what she's like.
No chance in hell.
So she worked as a prosecutor in San Francisco, but lost her job.
Taught in a public school district.
Ooh, wow.
There you go. Educators love that.
Raw.
And briefly worked as a prosecutor in San
Just
Francisco.
because she's a teacher doesn't mean she was a good one.
Yeah, and same with prosecutor.
I mean, that's Kamala Harris. We're supposed to love that now.
Yeah, no, you damn right. She
Okay,
spent
but
4
did
years
you
in Los
all
Angeles.
see her at the RNC? Like, this lady was.
She got fired up.
Yeah. What did she say? The
I'm like, I
famous
kind of want to
phrase.
rewatch it.
She was.
just-
Wait.
She
Oh,
said
when.
something,
Oh.
America great, or something. America great again. She said something.
It was just very intense.
Like it was like
It's the most intense.
Yeah.
I just remember being like, what? Where are we right
Wow,
now?
she's actually has a pretty good career.
Okay, so she did a couple things.
Yes, I mean,
She was in a movie, Happily Ever After.
assistant district attorney. Yeah, I mean, she's actually has a pretty phenomenal career.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she's crazy now.
And she did some television. Oh, like
Fox,
Court
yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
Wait, for what?
She was a legal analyst for Anderson Cooper.
What?
It
I'm
gets-
so confused by this one
oh
person.
my gosh, I love this stuff.
Yeah. All right.
This is. I'm just so confused.
Hey, so I mean, hey.
All right.
Now she works for Fox. It looks like.
Yeah, all those guys.
Well,
are
of
working for Fox
course.
now.
But I mean, she starts off as a public school teacher in a public school, and then she becomes a prosecutor, and then she works for the district attorney, and she ends up working for Fox. And during that time period, she also was married to Gavin Newsom. So I don't know, like,
And then she worked for Anderson Cooper.
Huh.
Very confused. I think it sounds like she's confused.
So there's love out there for all of y'all. Is the point? No matter how, whatever way you're in. I mean,
and Newsom is turning them out.
yeah, bro. Newsom's turning them hoes out, son. He going in.
Okay.
I wonder what's gonna happen to his wife now. She's an actress, so he likes actresses.
So he's an actress guy now.
Yeah, he's not, because then the other girl was an actress. So she's
Oh,
an
her
actress.
political party is independent.
Oh,
Interesting.
Purple Party gang.
Yeah, Purple Party.
Yeah.
So maybe Newsom's kind of cool. He likes to date people that's not his thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wait, other political. She was a Republican.
Before 2008. Interesting.
Stanford alum, filmmaker.
I mean, hey, I think there's love out there for everybody, man. Because I'm looking at
Dated George Clooney.
shit.
Whoa, he is totally a high society guy.
Yeah, he is.
You're dating the same girls as George. He's married to the same girl that was dating George Clooney.
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
How long did they date for, though?
I suppose if you lived in Hollywood for a second and you were blonde, you probably dated George Clooney,
You know
right?
what? Let's talk about that, because I actually want to talk about this. And now I'm so glad you're here, Elaf, because there's something that happens. I don't know what it is, but like as a girl, they're like that date like high society people, like ball players, people in government or whatever, and then they're like, well, I'm not going down from here. They're like, I'm moving up to the side or whatever. They're like, I'm gonna date someone in the industry or someone that's in here and this
Yeah.
and they're like nah, like I'm not, and I get it to a certain level. Why go down after that? But it's just like what's the game? Like I want to know, like, is there like some kind of like deep psychology to that? Like what happens to a girl, like her dates her first ball player and then like finally gets that date? Like what happens then? Like I'm curious, because it's just some life. There's a
The
life
fame, the status, people get addicted to it, I'm sure.
there. Probably like addicted to the champagne, addicted to the nice
The lifestyle,
hotels.
again, I think that's that status, that power,
Good photos on the Instagram with the vacation background in Dubai.
Probably. I mean, if that's what someone's after, that's what they want,
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you be into it if that was how it worked for guys?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
If you could get like
get
comfort
it.
like that, like instantly,
I get it because I would.
like get slip into the seat and it's like we're riding now.
Yeah, and now they're like it feels like it's almost like I keep saying like a job because it kind of feels like that because once you start from a certain level and then you kind of build and build and
Yeah,
build.
But it's like a cool job.
It's a cool job.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what makes you happy, but I think everyone's definition of happiness looks different. But if that's what you define as happiness is like living that kind of lifestyle, then
That's why I am a feminist, and I obviously like I wear that on my sleeve. Hoeing is a cool job.
Dude, Kim Kardashian did that publicly.
hey, if
She
that's
went
what they
from,
want to
like,
do, that's what they want to do.
It's
Let
a
them do
cool
what they
job.
want to do.
I am extremely curious of what's happening after Kanye West. I think she's gonna just get with Trump at this point.
Wait, you're
I
not
think Kim
actually broken up.
No, I think when Kim Kardashian is gonna break up with Kanye West, she's getting with Trump. I think that's what it is
I
because
definitely
Melania's
don't think
leaving.
so.
She's finally leaving that door open. Trump likes younger women.
Do you
No,
think Melania's
big
gonna
booties.
leave?
Oh,
Oh, dude. Oh yeah.
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 I cannot imagine that.
She was
marriage
like, I
lasting
ain't
much.
sick of this shit.
Can you see how? I mean, I've never seen such an ice cold relationship.
I know.
Yeah, it's pretty
it's
sad.
cold.
It doesn't look like there's a lot of love there.
Nah, hell no.
You don't even need memes to fake it.
Nah,
It like doesn't look good.
No romantic spark.
If that was my boy, I'd be like, dude,
Hey,
what's the
dog,
deal, man?
Dog, what's happening with your girl, bro? Like, everything okay? And he's like, it's fine. Fine.
That might just be her like stoic personality as like a Russian
Nah, she
like-
seemed a little happier
Operative?
before. She seemed like a tad
not
bit happy.
operative, but she's a supermodel. Sometimes supermodels are just like stoic like that, no?
yeah.
Nah, they're a little happier than that.
I mean,
they're a little happier to date the president. I mean, they would be happy if she was getting love. I mean, Kimberly Guilfoyle looks happier than that.
Yeah, but her life was way cooler before he was president.
Yeah.
Her life got way worse as him president.
well, because she had more of the camera on her, the spotlight on her.
Well,
the pressure
yeah,
on
because
her.
like she used to only hear him say that shit like before bed or while he was watching Fox, he would yell that stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oh, just him. Just
No
saying
big
some
deal.
shit.
Then he gets
Yeah.
on a mic every single day with the Twitter thumbs and going heavy in the paint.
Yeah.
And she's like, fuck, like I thought it was cute when he was yelling about it in the living room.
Yeah.
And now when it's on the mic, it feels weird.
Yeah, now people are coming to our house. Now I gotta go places. Now I gotta shake hands.
Yeah.
Now I gotta
gotta
fucking.
do
Now I
things.
gotta straight up move. To
Yeah.
a whole new
Well,
place.
she didn't want to for the first 6 months.
Nah. It's just like fuck. Yeah, no, that's bad. I get it.
Oh, Melania,
But,
we're thinking of you, girl.
Yeah, not really. But you know, we just want to know. Actually, we want your notes on how to be a like professional, like a date. I don't know. I don't want to call it hoe. Like professional dater.
Whoa, dude, she's a former first lady.
Not Melania.
Not a hoe?
Not Melania. I'm talking about.
But if hoeing was a job,
I mean, shit. She won. I mean, damn.
He's trying to get that hotation on
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. What's his name? Kennedy's wife ain't got shit on Melania Trump.
Barron got tall.
Yeah, he got
During
jumped
his
on.
presidency.
He
Oh
high-key
my
did.
goodness.
He
And
high-key
Trump
did.
is not a short man.
No, he really legit got tall. Yeah.
Whoa. I
Is
just
that his kid?
No, that's his kid. Yeah.
Are you sure? So he's 6'3".
Oh, so he's kinda
Barron
tall.
is hovering over.
Yeah, he's like Barron's like 6'5".
wow. He
7".
really grew in
Yeah.
4 years.
No,
wow,
he
he
really
hit that. How old is he?
He's like fucking 17 maybe. 18,
He's tall.
He's a TikToker. How old is that dude?
Maybe. That dude's probably running for president too.
He's like gangly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, dude.
He's so tall.
He's a beast.
How tall is Melania?
Full looks
Like,
like he's playing like a football.
To the girls that are attracted to height, watch out for Barron Trump.
Yeah.
He's kind of got like basketball vibes.
That's basketball
He's
height.
got like that weird basketball tall.
If Trump is
Wow.
6'3", then he's totally basketball height. He's like that means he's
6'6"?
like 6'5", 6'6", yeah. Easy.
What the
Easy.
when did that happen? I just like blinked and he
Wait,
got
that's
taller.
not his kid.
No, it is.
That is a big Russian man's kid. That's not Trump's child.
Can we get a close up?
That's a big Russian guy kid.
Because his kids aren't that tall. None of his kids are that tall, right?
No, dude, that's a big Russian guy kid.
Yeah, and to have that DNA test, my guy. Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
Can you imagine if Trump just found out that it wasn't his kid?
Well, I mean, it
he's
wouldn't
like,
be the first
"Melania."
scandal.
Yeah, you're lying.
Probably
You
won't be the
traitor.
last.
He's like, you traded me for 7 years. And you want you.
Dude, poor Baron, man. He always looks exhausted.
Yeah, all of them look exhausted.
But this is what I have always thought he was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine going through your awkward years as your dad being Trump and president?
But I mean, but at the same time, he probably sits around people, the kids, the people of the kids who support him. So they're probably like in the environment that's like it's okay, it's cool.
Dude, I don't.
normal, you know
Baron
what I
has never come off as being like my dad's dope.
No,
he doesn't. It doesn't feel that way.
No. He seems like he's like, ugh, I can't believe.
He seems like a guy though on everything.
Yeah, like again, like fuck, like I gotta stand up here again.
Yeah, I feel.
Do you think he's a prick, or do you think he's like a cool kid?
He's probably a little bit of both, I imagine.
Well, because he's the youngest of.
Probably like cool to his
many
friends, but
different
prick to everybody
step
else.
siblings.
Yeah,
I think he's probably a cool kid.
but I mean, think like his brothers are like.
You don't think so?
His brothers like Donald Trump
I don't
Jr. and
know.
like those guys.
I don't know him, so I can't really speak to it. I
Ivanka's his
haven't
sister.
seen him in videos or speak really. So
They really keep him out of the limelight.
Yeah.
good. I'm glad he's a kid, so
Yeah.
he doesn't need that. You know,
Yeah.
he does not need that.
I want to talk about something to you guys, and I'm actually going to challenge all two of you. And let's talk about phone time, because let's switch the subject up a little bit.
Shoot.
Because let's talk about phone addiction, because I had to put my own don't clear your history. I had to it had to shine the light on myself, and I'm not showing y'all what happened, but I've noticed something. I was like, wow, I'm like legit addicted to my phone. And I started
Like phone games, or you Instagram.
Just have you checked the hours you're on your phone, like your daytime?
I'll hit it right
Check
for you right
I
now.
wanna know.
You ready?
Let's go.
Yeah,
Because
let's
I
check
just
this
started
out.
looking, like I just started paying attention, and I'm
Where do
like,
you go? Just
I got
settings?
problems. I legitimately had problems.
You got to realize though,
Screen time.
my phone, and this will sound weird to people that don't know me or Elof, but
Oh, sorry.
most of my phone time is little kids playing with my phone at the center.
But it'll tell you what you did with it. So like here, I'll show you.
Okay, so where I'm at.
See
So
activity.
right here, screen time. Oh, your screen time's not even on.
Because I don't let them know.
This is my phone.
Oh,
You're done child's phone?
No, or I mean, no, just yeah.
is this by the day? Oh
So it's
snap!
just gonna start doing it. It's
I
just
spent
gonna-
an
so
hour
it-
of my day on Instagram.
Yeah, so you spend an hour and a half messaging, 55 minutes on Instagram, 5 hours 30 minutes on your phone. Not bad. I mean,
Hour and a
that's bad.
half messaging.
That's a lot of messaging.
Yo,
That's a fuck
Lulu.
load of messaging.
What? I'm dealing with stuff. I'm taking care of business. I'm working.
So like
Working.
I realized anything over an hour and a half on one app is like a lot. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna shame you for it,
Let me see
because
what
I looked at my Instagram the other day, or my screen time the other day, and I mean, my God, I spend a lot of time on Instagram. I have a legitimate problem.
Me too.
Like a legit problem. Like I was messaging people and also like checking things and looking at things and then liking things and then and I catch myself just opening Instagram for no reason. And
I just did that right now.
Yeah, see, that's how crazy addicted we are. You just open our phone and then click,
Instagram has trapped us all.
bro. And remember, it's Facebook, by the way. Remember that shit. So when you think of that, think of
Mark Zuckerberg
think of
just
Mark Zuckerberg.
up in your mind.
Just like dang, this is how we get them.
And they're
This is how we
listening
fuck-
to us.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
listening.
Well, yeah, we're letting them listen right now. We're actually streaming live right now on Facebook,
Facebook,
YouTube, Twitch,
Yeah.
Reddit. Reddit stopped. And yeah, but we're out here. Go subscribe, like
Yeah,
and
but,
subscribe to our YouTube immediately. Let them listen. Go.
Yeah.
But
Subscribe to
even
our
when
YouTube.
we're not streaming, they're listening to us.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's true. We got different live feeds on us right now that we don't even know about.
Oh yeah. Oh, homie. Someone hacked into your camera from Russia right now is looking to us. But I mean, it doesn't matter. We're still live on YouTube. But still, I don't know, man. Like it's just like we got your computer camera. You know,
If
when you're not
anybody
paying
is listening from Russia or from Facebook headquarters, like and subscribe, baby.
attention- yeah, please. Give us
Slam that like button.
yeah, give at least go to YouTube so we can get some extra views for it. My goodness gracious.
Yeah, and then log into a different account and then watch us again.
Yeah, watch us
So we
again.
can get extra views.
Extra views. We need all the views.
Yeah, we're kind of
Real.
up and down on the charts. We were one of the best podcasts in the country 2 weeks ago. And then I don't know if I pledge my undying loyalty to Trump at some point.
Yeah.
And so then that's when we did fall off the map.
Yeah, but don't worry. I have my inauguration to the Illuminati tomorrow, and we're gonna go right back up.
There we go. My grandpa was a Freemason.
Really?
So I don't know if you can say that on these airways or whatever, but yeah, he's a Freemason.
Interesting.
What is a Freemason?
Freemason really is a space for, it was like a male group in small towns, big towns, but they would be just guys who get together and talk about like life and politics. Everything
their,
politics,
like,
everything
commonality?
business. Huh?
What was their commonality? Just the men?
I thought it was. I thought
It's
it was
faith-based.
I thought it was construction and like people in construction for a long time.
Well, so masonry is
Yeah, Mason.
like when you are, I think mason. Well, I don't know if it's cement or steel, but masonry is a job.
Yeah,
Okay, but
because I mean, my
It's cement. Masonry is
yeah.
cement.
But what is a Freemason? Like, what's their definition of it? I want to like.
It's a society that works without like the government, and it's like works beyond like religion. It's like a space where you meet and everyone talks shit.
I totally want to join 100%.
Like this.
Yeah,
This is basically a Freemason
we are
group.
Freemasons. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Club.
The teachings and practices of secret fraternal men-only order of free and accepted Masons. The largest worldwide secret society spread by the advanced British Empire. Freemasons remain most popular in the British Isles and in other countries originally within the empire.
It's the men's club.
It's a men's club. It's just
Sausage
boys
fest.
talking shit.
Yeah, I totally enjoy. You know, there's a Freemason.
No, thank you.
Freemason building like in the middle of downtown LA, and like you never notice it. You just pass it around.
There's actually one in Orange County too.
Yeah,
I
really?
feel like I've seen.
I think I want to become a Freemason.
Me too. I'm totally down.
Me three.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Inclusivity.
Yeah, my dumb brain thought it was like the people who
Cement.
are no like the people that are like at the highest end of construction, because they make all the buildings. It's like if you make all the buildings, you technically if you make all the construction of like roads, buildings, and things, then you kind of are
Or
top of
maybe
society.
you're
Well,
also
maybe
building
it's maybe
secret
that what the
doors and
Mason
secret
element
passageways.
is like, but you're building society. You're not building a building.
Yeah,
Maybe they're playing into that.
makes sense.
Who
That
knows?
Makes sense.
Huh.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, I'm totally down. But like, there's a song about that. Who said? J. Cole said like he's like I can't be an Illuminati because they don't like black people. But I mean, hey, we just gotta make a black Illuminati.
I thought Jay-Z was in the Illuminati.
Yeah, I thought so too. But then he goes Freemason. So does Rick Ross. They go Freemason. So I don't really know. Maybe they are accepting black people now, but you got to be like a certain wealth.
And I think we can't really have this podcast without talking about Trump's pardons really quick.
Oh.
Where he did free Wheezy.
Yo, yeah, he did.
So everybody wanted to free Wheezy. Trump
Yeah.
actually frees Wheezy.
Straight up. I mean, you kind of got
And
to
Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon.
Hey, Kodak Black.
Kodak Black, I really do think it's amazing that he did free Kodak Black and not Joe Exotic.
I wanted Joe Exotic. I thought that would be very vital to the fabric of our fragile democracy.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
because
no.
I mean, someone's got to get Carol Baskin. I mean, shit. So I mean,
She would be gutted so quick if you let him out.
oh yeah, Carol Baskin dead. I mean,
Oh my god.
the song would be out. I was actually, prepped for Joe Exotic to be let out because I was finna shoot a TikTok like Carol like that one remix.
Oh, you were ready to go on that? You had it on tap?
It's like Carol Baskin, and then she's like killed her husband and whacked him. Just like,
You want to do it with Joe?
yeah,
With Joe, good old Joe.
I would love it. But that never came to fruition, but it's okay. I'm sorry, Joe. I wonder how long he's in prison for.
There we go. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic, prison. Let's check.
Wow, all the pardons. And then we learned yesterday about the clemency, but the difference between pardons and what was the other thing?
Clemency.
Clemency.
The clemency.
Yeah, there's something you mentioned, but I don't quite understand. What is the difference?
So like a pardon is like you're completely.
Ooh, 22 years
excused,
for Joe Exotic.
Or you're.
He's in there for a
completely
sec.
removed.
Why?
Wait, he tried to kill someone.
wasn't it a conspiracy or something to kill someone?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's gray area.
You try to.
I think the documentary spin zoned him.
Yeah.
Well, obviously they're gonna like hype things up a little bit too.
Yeah, they totally
trying to make
did.
that money.
I mean, it was a good.
It was a good one.
It was good when people liked
I
it. People,
yeah.
it was trending on Twitter for a while.
Was that early COVID times, right?
Early COVID times.
Wow,
Yeah,
that feels like forever ago.
Right.
Like,
Right?
how long have we been in this?
It literally feels like over a year ago.
Almost
But
coming
it
up to a year.
Yeah, that was like because I remember.
Almost.
I remember
That's
sitting
crazy.
in my. I remember sitting in my place with my stupid ass roommate and like watching this, and I was like, we're like, yeah, like that's crazy. Whoa. You know?
Okay, so this is where we got confused.
Okay.
So there's pardon, which exempts a convicted individual from any remaining punishment or future consequences stemming from that conviction.
Yeah.
The other thing we were taking is commutations. Commutations reduces an individual's sentence either fully or partially. So you can just draw it back. You can kind of cut it up. Clemency is usually requested through clemency.
You request clemency to get a pardon
Okay.
what you just said?
What are the 4 powers of clemency? Clemency, pardons, commutations, and reprieves.
Okay. So
I
you
just-
request clemency to get pardons, commutations, and
There's
reprieves.
just gotta be a limit on what presidents can do with this. Like, you shouldn't be able, like, in one day, like, pardon a bunch of people. But then we were also looking up the amount of
Most pardons is crazy.
by like other presidents, and I'm like, holy smokes! Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, he was telling me about that.
That was wild.
And we're gonna talk about that right now. Like, someone, oh Jesus, yeah, it's crazy.
Like, I want to know who the worst person is that got freed. Like, that's
Yeah.
what I'm curious about. Who
Well, Andrew Jackson pardoned the entire
Confederate
Army.
Confederate Army, yeah.
And
Yeah.
people in the South, if you are wondering why the South is still that bad and why the South will quote unquote
Clemency.
rise again, is because the people from the Confederate, all the Confederate Army got let out.
So
And they're back.
FDR,
And they had kids.
2,819.
Yeah.
He was the
So
one that it was FDR that.
FDR did the most. No, Andrew Jackson let out the Confederate Army.
Wow.
But I heard the number 140, and I was like, whoa. Trump hitting high numbers.
Right.
So the
He's second lowest. Trump is the second lowest.
second lowest. So it is interesting how you can spin zone statistics
Yeah. Wow.
based on energy level and just go like, I'm going to act crazy. Oh my gosh, Trump
About-
pardons.
Also curious about
Recency
like
bias.
who they pardoned, right? Like, who were those individuals, and how did they compare to like the people that Obama pardoned, like,
Right.
and their crimes? What were their crimes compared to like the other crimes?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Because
that's what I'm curious about.
because
And Barack is 212.
That's a
All
lot.
of our recent presidents are actually the lowest.
Yeah.
That's good.
H.W.
that
Bush
way.
is the lowest at 74.
yeah, and like
Because we gotta let our like judicial system just handle this stuff.
yeah,
We
Yeah, it
have
does
those
seem like a
systems
slap in the face to
place
judicial
for
system.
that reason.
yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
But it is interesting food for thought when if you do see statistics that everybody goes disgusting, egregious, unbelievable. Just give it a
compare it.
Google. Everything isn't hysteria.
Yeah, it's kind of it's basically in a way recency bias because we saw what happened recently and we're pissed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But like Steve Bannon seems like a total D-bag and bad for the American system.
Yeah,
And that's the type of guy that shouldn't be pardoned.
But that's the type of guy that
It seems
Trump
like-
pardons.
But he also pardoned people that helped, like that were in conspiracy with the whole Russia election thing. All those guys that went to
Flynn.
jail, yeah,
Like
Flynn, all
Flynn.
those guys, like they all got let go too. So like that's when it gets real dicey. Where it's like, hey, like those guys are literally
Like,
supposed
he
to
got
stay in jail.
impeached for this,
Yeah.
and now he's
And they're
over
letting those
here
guys go.
letting the people go that helped him out.
Yeah.
it just doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't
Yeah.
sit well.
Yeah, that's when something should step in. It's like this guy needs to stay in jail.
And it's all these people that like embezzled money or
Right.
like fraudulent stuff. I'm like, oh, just like him.
All the guys that helped him out, like all the guys that went to jail for Trump, pretty much got let go.
That's so ridiculous.
That's insane. Like that's pure insanity, and
It's
that
just-
should be stopped. Like but then again, it's like presidential executive orders. You know, imagine like signing something all of a sudden it comes into law just because the president's just couldn't get through. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, executive orders, pardons got to go.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help at all.
Anything that's foundational that gets established through executive order isn't nice because the next time it turns around.
Yeah.
That like DACA, like what happened
Oh
with
my
DACA, like, there
gosh.
was like a flip flop with that.
Yeah, and that's exactly
So
why
Andrew Johnson, sorry about that, my lip flip, but Andrew Johnson on Christmas Day, 1868, granted full pardons and amnesty to soldiers who had fought for the Confederacy.
Against the Union.
Whoa, that's a brutal pardon on Christmas Day.
Yeah, so
That's
so my people
that's messed up.
Yeah, my people that are gonna be pissed at a president. We don't mention Andrew Jackson enough.
So one-term president Jimmy Carter
But
pardoned 200,000 draft resistors from Vietnam and is still.
I like that.
I have a question.
So
What-
people that didn't go to the draft, he
Oh,
pardoned
never
them.
mind.
I like that. I support that.
Oh, that's that's
Peace,
fair.
not war.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, that because it's like, dude, like, come on, like, some people just don't want to go to war. Like, Christ.
Imagine if we had a draft right now.
It was still illegal though. Yeah.
People were actually wondering that when people were thinking when Trump was trying to go to war with Iran, they're like, are we gonna have drafts and shit?
I
That's
mean,
like the one thing I
they
appreciate
no
about
one
Trump.
ever stopped with Trump has the nuclear codes. Trump has never happened.
Yeah,
Like
great.
there is there's a little bit of like, dude, finally, thank God the hysteria stops.
Yeah.
It didn't get as weird as everybody thought it was gonna get.
Yeah, no. What I mean, I'm happy. Like, no.
Got dicey, but not that
full-blown-
dicey.
Yeah, not.
It got
full-blown-
dicey only because we got fearful.
Yeah.
Because he's unpredictable, crazy, and like on a power trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course we're gonna be scared.
But we have checks and balances within the system that don't let you get crazy.
yeah, but he kind of pushed through a lot of that.
with
crap.
with executive orders.
Yeah, but the Supreme Court shot down the crazy shit.
That's true.
They didn't let it happen.
That's
yeah,
true.
like with DACA, like when he.
Yeah, it was like,
reversed
oh,
it.
we're doing stripping doc. It's like, no, we're not really. So
That's
you're
true.
not. You're
That's
like,
true. And then him just saying words about the election, like it never went through, even though his bullshit never went
and
through.
like, I do think that his rhetoric
It's harmful.
allowed people to do crazy shit.
Yeah.
But I think also crazy shit always happens regardless of what the president's saying. So he's accountable for his words,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's always ultimately accountable for the actions that people take.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that his words don't matter, though. I do still think
Yeah,
his words matter.
people took his words into vein and attack the freaking like government.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they were bad terrorists, though. If we're talking terrorists, all they did when they got in there is started taking selfies. Bad terrorists. They should have came in with a
They
plan.
had bombs planted in
No.
the exits. They had guns.
I think the bombs were mailed, weren't they, or
They
something?
were there
No,
at
they
the
brought 'em.
specific exits of where the Senate leaders.
I'm just
were
no. I'm
exiting
saying
from.
in the element of terrorism, they failed
No.
drastically
They did pretty
on the
bad.
terrorism.
But what they did,
Yeah,
what
they
they
were an
I'm
embarrassment.
not saying they're not terrorists. I'm saying they're bad terrorists.
right, and what they did do, there actually videos that came out where like people were just taking videos of like government documents in people's offices and then selling that shit. There's someone where some chick went in to stole someone's someone's laptop and tried to sell it to the Russians. Like straight up, like that's
That's
kind of
terrorism.
That's kind of bad. Like, it's pretty.
That's terrorism.
No, that's totally terrorism.
Yeah, so-
I'm not saying it's not terrorism.
Yeah. But I'm saying like there were some people that got into the mix and actually did what they needed to do. They came in and did what they needed to do.
Not, dude. They should
Yeah,
have
but there were
burnt the
some people
building to the ground if they were actually terrorists.
But they weren't unified to do it. That's the thing. They weren't unified enough.
I think different people were going in there with different intentions. Some
I just
people
saw a
were
lot of
going in there
selfies.
Yeah.
really
It was
bad
like a
intentions.
lot of people that were very
Yeah,
surprised
but
they
what
even
about
got
the guy
in
that
there.
had like
The zip ties was
zip
crazy.
ties and-
No, that
Right.
guy's
The guy,
totally
like-
doing the terrorist thing. 100%.
Because you can slip into an act and do whatever the hell you want, and that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying with just Trump's administration in general. Like all this craziness, all this like whirlwind and shit that's happening. I'm like, what's happening to like companies that are stealing people's money? What's happening to like healthcares that are not taking care of their job? Life insurance companies that are not paying their dues.
Yeah.
No one's getting got because all the news is
Whoa.
talking about
on
is Trump.
that. Yeah. That's,
So-
I'm ready for that to change.
so
I think
Brock-
we need to refocus it back on like the
So-
real criminals.
Yeah.
So Trump did 70 I think, pardons and then 70 commutations. Barack did 212 pardons and then 1,700 commutations.
I remember people tripping. Fox was tripping ball sack about that.
Who did Barack do? Who were some of the people?
Yeah, some of the people.
I just got to figure out what Trump actually did here. I'm so confused.
Surprised he did anything productive.
Well, this is the thing that people have to figure out about what they think about Donald Trump. He was either the most productive, vile, disgusting dictator of all time and the worst president of all time because he got stuff done that was evil.
He didn't do the stuff that he said he wanted to
Or
do.
he didn't get stuff done, making him not the most vile, evil thing that's ever happened in America, but he tried.
I get that.
So like, I'm hearing like two different points happening at the same time. There's a group saying that Trump ruined America.
Yeah.
And then there's a group saying, ha ha, Republicans, Trump didn't get anything done.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's true.
and so did he do the most racist, vile shit of all time and got shit done? Or he got nothing done and he's an idiot. You can't be an evil, disgusting dictator and dumb. Yeah. You can be a dumb idiot that got nothing done, or you can be an evil, brilliant, disgusting genius. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think both can live at the same time.
I get what you're saying. And like, there's like a level of, it's almost like, okay, there's a level of like, if you think of like the people like the kids in cages shit, right? If you think of the situation with the border wall the kids in cages
Muslim
happened.
ban.
Yeah, the kids in cages happened. Muslim ban happened, but the wall never got done, right? The tax cuts happened, and what else happened? And then a couple of things happened, but he never repealed Obamacare.
But so for an
And he
example,
never went to war with
with like
never went to war with Iraq.
for example with the Muslim ban though, right?
But he caused tensions with China. So it's like he kind of did do shit, but he kind of didn't.
But so, for example, with the Muslim ban,
Yeah.
the most Muslims in the world live in Indonesia.
Yeah.
For sure.
Indonesia was not banned. So he banned the countries that obviously are identified and are like the most prominent Muslim cultural countries. But like as far as banning specifically Muslims, he didn't do that. But did he ban the countries that represent Islamic values the most? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's where it's weird. So it's like,
that's the
did he
same
ban
as-
Muslims? No. But did he
those
symbolically
Muslims still live in those
make
countries.
Islamic
Because that's-
individuals feel like he banned them? Yes. By banning that area.
Right.
But he did an area ban that represents Islam. But in a weird way, Islam is so much grander than that area.
But he doesn't even think of it that way. He doesn't even realize that in Indonesia that there's a bunch of Muslims there.
So
'Cause
that's
he
what
has
I'm
such a
saying.
narrow view
He's
of,
either
like,
an
what-
idiot or he's evil
Well,
genius.
he's definitely dumb.
Yeah.
So we got to
He's very
decide.
dumb.
Right.
And I'll accept either.
Yeah.
But I
think he's
can't
dumb.
accept both.
Right.
I can't accept that
I can
Trump
accept both.
ruined America and Trump got nothing done.
Right.
Both can't coexist at the same
I
time.
think that he allowed us to see some of the ugly that was hiding. I think it has allowed us to have these conversations right now.
Totally.
So there are benefits to having that, right? There's benefits to like having someone like that to stir up conversations that weren't being had before. And so I think he's dumb. I think his stupidity is like, well, how did we get here? It kind of forces us to look at ourselves and be like, how did we get here? And what is the problem?
I get it. It's either he's an idiot that got nothing done, or he's a smart enough individual to totally dismantle and get done with like all of these different things.
Yeah.
And Twitter is very confused by that right now.
Oh no, dude, Twitter is.
But I don't also
everything.
like Twitter is a bunch of bumblers.
Confused by everything.
I'm a bumbler, though.
I literally saw a tweet today where some random chick, like some random chick, she was like, Elon Musk is a fucking idiot. He's as dumb as my dog shit. And it got like 15,000 likes, retweets, all this shit. And I'm like, excuse me, who are you again? Like some random chick on Twitter.
Because he's a different type of human. Like Elon Musk is past us.
Yeah. But I'm saying like, my point is there's idiots on Twitter that can just voice their opinion and get likes, retweets, and have conversations following. They're like, yeah. Some people are like, no. And this and that. They're like, no. Are you? Who the fuck are you? And some people are like, oh yeah, bitch, I agree. You ain't shit.
That's why I like. It's interesting how already the day that Trump is out, the historical perspective of him is immediately changing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Totally.
That's how quickly we forget. And that's why I'm not as concerned anymore to like ruffle people's feathers with political conversation, because before you know it, you can be Kamala Harris that hates Biden, is calling him a rapist on national television in your party's convention.
Yep. And then joining him.
And months later, you're getting elected as a running mate and then being the singular reason he wins.
Yeah. We did it, Joe.
It's like, and the reason America is blessed and striving and identified as like rejoicing again.
And progressive and diverse.
Progressive. And it's like, they left her dead with 7% vote.
Totally.
With just leaving white guys on the table left.
Yeah.
And then now we rise her to the top and we're crying today saying, I'm in a love with who we are. And I'm just like, damn, man. Like, I remember saying Kamala Harris seems like a good vote back in the day, and people were screaming me down saying she's one of the most disgusting prosecutors of our generation. And I'm like, wait,
There's
what?
just so many extremes.
She got called Uncle
Like
Tom
that
heavy
by
back in the
extreme.
day.
No, I get it, and it's like
I still want Bernie. Sorry, I had to say that.
I think she seems cool, but like I get all my Republican friends will be like, "Holy shit, dude, she's the devil."
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I think she's probably just a lady who has an unbelievable career. I think she's had really difficult decisions throughout her entire process. I don't think she's corrupted by the dangerous left. I think like people are like, "Oh, she's the biggest lefty." Her track record doesn't say so.
Sure.
At least like it kind of fluctuates back and forth. I don't think that the Biden-Harris ticket is as favorable for really, really, really progressive people.
No, it's like in the.
I think it's really down the middle with them.
But it's like, we'll take what we can get if we don't get Bernie.
Yeah, no, it would take what we get if Trump's not in there. It was more fear from
It
Trump.
was just
than,
more like, we're done with this fool. Like,
yeah, it's more fear from Trump than
we're done.
Another thing that I was thinking about, though, remember we were talking about this today, that if like I saw a lot of friends who were very concerned that like Biden could die today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, like assassination. Everyone's like, there's going to be another insurrection that like Trumpers are going to come out and they're going to, something very dangerous is going to happen. 25,000 National Guards came out. Yeah. Trump had 8,000. 25,000 is the max that you can have.
Yeah.
And Biden requested the max, or his group requested that.
Right.
But if a white supremacist ever does take out Biden, they immediately place in the first woman of color into the presidential seat.
Yeah, which will be hilarious.
It's like what?
And then like that tells a story about America, I swear, because it's like imagine like the white nationalist takes out Joe Biden and literally didn't think of step two.
One of the most progressive moves of all time.
Like he's like, you literally like worse than Obama. And on top of that, she'll start running, and then she can run 8 more years after that for real president.
Oh yeah, she can kind of do. Who was it? Eisenhower that went 3 terms, kind of because.
Yeah, so if she gets got in the second, or if Joe Biden gets got in the second year,
gets got.
Yeah, the second year, then she can run 2 years, then 4 more years, then 4 more years.
Do you?
Because for president,
you think Biden runs again?
Hell no.
They're teeing it up for her.
Yeah, they're teeing up for her. He's not running again. No way.
I mean,
I'm surprised he even made it this long.
Prez.
I thought he was gonna die on the way. I thought he was gonna go down.
AOC, where's she at?
Listen, I love the guy, but I thought he was gonna go down like on the way up.
They're teeing her up in 4 years. Totally. I mean, you can see with the hardcore promotion.
Yeah.
Like, there is such a media marketing vehicle when it comes to the different political parties. Yeah. And I see it in full force right now.
Oh, yeah. And especially...
no one's really celebrating Biden.
No.
This is a Kamala Harris day.
Even my dad.
And historically, there's a good reason for that, dude. Like,
I get it.
It's a huge freaking deal.
Yeah.
But you can see the media monster being like...
Kamala.
Yeah.
We did it, Joe. I hate that sound, by the way. It hurt my ears. Like, and
I actually thought that was a cute, endearing moment.
You ever hear something that just makes you cringe immediately? That's exactly what that was. Like, no, I'm not even a hater for her. It's just like, I think she's fine. I didn't know her about a truck ride. I heard from a truck ride from other people.
It was just that.
It was just like, we did it. Yay. Like, it's just gross.
No, how many takes do you think that took?
I don't know.
Do you think it seems like one of those like real world shows? Like I've had friends that have gone on reality television. They're like, dude, it takes several cuts sometimes to get the right tears out.
Yeah, it's crazy. She had 2 calls. Hold on, Joe. Let me call you back. I didn't get that call right.
Joe's like, I can't hear you. My speaker's off.
He's not even calling him. She's just like, he's calling somebody else. He's like doing something else.
I don't even know how to do it. I think I just did an Obama voice when I was trying to depict Biden. I don't know how to do a Biden voice yet.
Oh, that's a good question.
Lots of pauses.
Yeah,
And
oh Jesus, I almost did
but
it too.
as a stutterer, heroic, empowering day. A stutterer,
yeah,
is
bad.
commander in chief. That's a
Yeah.
really cool thing.
Not bad. He
Pretty
only
cool.
stuttered like 3 times. It wasn't that bad. You know, he didn't even stutter.
I'm a
He just-
stutterer.
he
You'll
kinda
hear me
just-
stutter on
He
here.
kind of just stopped and then did it again, and it's all good. Yeah,
That's why I cried today.
I'm empowered. Yeah, I'm totally.
Oh, you cried?
that
Did I cry?
Is that what you just said?
I mean, I jammed my toe fucking so bad this morning.
No, and that's why I'm running for governor, y'all. So yeah, no, it's a big deal today. You know what I mean? And yeah, let's political stuff makes me tired.
Yeah.
Let's talk about getting healthy. Let's talk about getting energized.
Positivity.
You
Let's
know,
do it.
because it's a new year, 2021, and we haven't really talked on the podcast about what our plan is. It's getting healthy, or just generally getting healthy. Because I'm tired of being fat. Okay, I'm sick of it. I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to be tired to do anything anymore. And when I'm tired, I don't feel like doing what I say I need to do. So therefore, I get to get fit, healthy, on time, and it make my body tight, sexy for the women.
Get that summer bod.
That sexy fit.
Sexy, and then just kind of show out. This summer is going. You know what I'm saying?
The summer's gonna be wild.
Yeah, this summer I'm meeting the
gonna be
love of my
wild.
life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen.
I mean, our studio just moved to Venice, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
Like,
living
Venice.
life.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we doing the whole damn thing. So, if I don't meet the love of my life this summer, I don't know, man. I think
You can't go into it with that expectation. You
I
just gotta
think-
let it happen.
I think I'm going into what mode am I going to? Not depression, but
No, you go like when Hulk Hogan went to the NWA, and when he went Hollywood Hulk.
Hulk Hogan went to the NWA.
Not the NWA. What's the Did you ever watch Hulk Hogan back in the day?
No, well, yeah.
I
When
did.
he went Hollywood Hulk, he went dark.
Oh, yeah,
You,
yeah.
Don't do that.
you turn into the villain, is what you do.
Yeah. I'm
Don't-
getting-
If you
Turn
don't
to
find a
Hollywood
female
Town.
by the end of the year, you
Flip
go
it.
villain.
Yeah, flip it. I think.
No, that's not. You can't
don't
look
know,
at
man.
love that way. You
I
gotta
think-
look at it as like serendipitous.
Here, she'll talk some truth into you real quick.
Yeah. You gotta pee. Oh, this guy.
It's all that caffeine.
Yeah. When you're talking about loving your life, you're thinking about your dick, LJ. This is what. No. This is the problem. No. No. I think no. In all reality, I don't really care when I do, but I'm curious to it's like ladies out there. Okay.
Ladies, listen up.
I've been looking at a lot of TikToks and relationship TikToks and how Twitter and I always read the replies, right, from men and women, and they're like, no, this is how you gotta treat a woman. You gotta treat her like a, and then the guy and then the lady's like, no, I don't like to be treated like that. I want me, and just goes on and on and on and on. I have singled it down to figure out exactly how I need to be in a relationship, right? I think I have an idea.
Okay.
No, I don't, but I think I do.
Share.
Yeah, and I think it's like you gotta be a friend. You gotta be cute, but you gotta be like direct and like you gotta know what you want. A little bit of a dick to what you want. But also like not let that interfere with your relationship. You're like, yo, girl, I'm about to go work out, and that is what it is. I don't care what you gotta say. I gotta work out to get my body right, and then you go work out. You come back, you be like, you see this? I did this for you, so you got to give it back to her, right?
Wait, dude,
No,
this
do
is
not
wait,
do
this is
any of
wait,
this.
what are you doing,
Yeah,
man?
don't do
I
this.
know I'm a little late to this.
Don't
And
do
then-
this. This is not how you get.
And then
Oh,
and then you gotta direct your life, right? To you gotta help direct your life in the way of like your woman. You gotta help her out to help her get her life right and help her do her thing.
No, you
And then
sit down. Sit down. Can someone just sit down?
it's hot in here. I need coffee.
Wait, so that's how you talk to her when you're going to the gym?
Yeah.
girl, this is what I'm gonna do, okay?
No.
Going to the gym, and this is all I'm gonna do, okay? I'm gonna work out, and I don't care what you gotta say.
Dude, you sounded like that one guy who was like, bitch, go get me a chicken sandwich.
That guy.
Remember that one back in the day?
No,
I actually
Oh
remember
my
that guy.
gosh. I'm throwing this on for you right now.
You haven't seen it?
no.
Wait, really? Oh, this is hilarious.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
No, I don't know.
This video came out so long ago.
This is when YouTube began. I think this is how YouTube launched.
I don't know how to be
Unforgettable.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Unforgettable. That's what it is.
Unforgivable.
Oh, this video. Yeah.
I went to Levine's yesterday, get some pants for me and my niggas. I was gonna steal them, I ain't had no money. Met a girl there, trying on some skirts. I was like, what that smell like? She was like, she didn't know what to say. I was like, bitch, don't make me ask you again. Anyway, got her number. The next day we went to Chick-fil-A, some place in the mall. When I got there, I was like, bitch, where all these people out here? I was gonna
Like, why did we watch this? Why did we think this was
That's
so
how the
amusing?
internet began. That's a part of the internet's origin story.
Yeah, the internet. Yeah.
That's wild.
Internet's culture.
Back in the day, we
Bitch,
can
go
say
give me a
that.
chicken sandwich.
I'm going to get my abs
That's
right.
not how you get a woman, okay?
I think a woman's gonna tell me that because I'm gonna be the one who cooks. She's like, "Nigga, go give me a chicken sandwich," and I'm like,
Reality.
"All right." oh. So how do you treat a woman, Elop? Please explain to a simple, stupid man how to treat a
All right,
woman.
you got your notebook out?
Oh yeah, I'm recording.
Yeah, you need to start at
Live
like
recording.
1A.
Listen, I all right, please. I need 1A. Give me 1A, 1B, all that good stuff.
Look, okay, you first of all, don't put any like high expectations.
Yeah.
You gotta go into it of like, is there a flow? Like, are you all on the same? You don't have to be on the same path, but you gotta be going in the same direction, right?
Totally.
And then you gotta just let her be her and like celebrate her for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you also just gotta know her love language.
Right.
What is her love language? Know your own love language.
Right.
Like, I think that's super key. The more
Create
you
your own
can
love
understand
language.
yourself and
You tell her
understand
what
them
love
and,
language is.
Yeah.
you know, if she's worth it, you'll put in the work
Right.
to make her happy and to treat her right, and
Right.
she'll fall in love with that.
Right. So like, no, in all seriousness, what if I'm just like, I feel like the direction of like two people moving in the same direction that's actually very important. And in all seriousness, I'm actually like a lover. Like I love I give. I'm like a pleaser in a way. And
Heavy romance guy, huh?
Yeah, but I'm also like if it ain't like reciprocated after a certain point, not like it doesn't have to be what I do. I would just want like love back.
Well, you want her to know what your love language is.
Yeah. And
Right.
and if it's not like reciprocated in any way, I can't.
Reciprocity is key.
No, yeah, it can't be work.
No. And then it's my ex-girlfriend just called me. Yeah, if you're listening, yeah, so I'm talking about you.
He talking about you, girl.
And
I mean, if it's 2 hours and 5 minutes into an episode she's still watching, you're gonna get killed.
yeah, no, if
when
it's 2 hours,
when you get out to your car.
great.
No.
I hope you were listening.
Yeah, she's stuck in.
If you're listening 2 hours and 20 minutes into this podcast,
Like and
girl,
subscribe on YouTube, on Instagram,
And by the way,
on
you
Twitch.
you told me I wasn't even gonna be here, so
Live in
he's
Venice.
Too hard. It's too hard. That's what you said. But anyway,
What is happening?
she knows what I'm fucking talking about. But
Dude, she's one of our
Nope.
most loved listeners.
I know.
No,
Can we
no,
be
not-
nicer to our followers?
my ex girlfriend.
She's one of our only listeners generally.
only live listener. She's probably one of the commenters on Reddit earlier, saying about. But anyway.
So keep on commenting, but yeah, okay, can't.
So fuck. What was it? Lost my train of thought. What am I saying?
You-
So I'm giving.
Reciprocity.
So my ex girlfriend gave no reciprocity. That's why I can't stand her. Like zero. Like none. Like didn't understand the love language. Like there was no like comprehension. There was no.
That's when you gotta just stop wasting your time.
I stopped it. I broke
You
up
gotta
with her.
just
I don't want to talk to
cut.
her anymore. That's why I don't talk to you no more. So I mean, it's just what it is.
She's like a sweet girl.
She's like, oh, that's why. Yes, that's why.
Jeez, bud.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm a little harsh sometimes. I apologize. It's hot.
Seems like a sweet girl. Thanks for being a follower.
She kind of wasn't, but whatever. I know she's gonna kill me.
But treat your boy right.
So what are you looking for, Cam? What is it that you want in that partner other than reciprocity?
So no. In all reality, I want I want a lovely girl, who's like good, like cool, like just chill. I think I told you before. Like I want a girl who can be a friend. That's very easy. That's very easy. Like if she can be a friend, I can be a friend with you forever. Because a friend, I can date a friend. I can marry a friend. I can be with a friend forever.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
but like being like
Sweet.
That's key.
Yeah,
That's
but
key.
yeah, and then like because friend for me is so easy. Like because friends I do stuff for. You
Okay.
know, friends I go out of my way for. Friends I think about ahead, like certain things ahead of time.
Yeah, but you
know.
also gotta think about like what are those activities that you enjoy doing, and like
Yeah.
you know you gotta
That's what I'm saying.
you gotta have some of that commonality, right?
Yeah. So friends, exactly. Like we go do stuff together. We have fun together. We have activities,
it's
mine
fun.
and yours.
It's fun like going hiking and going like doing like adventurous stuff, or it's fun like going out on like a night out in town.
Quite literally everything, because
Okay.
I am like a let's try everything type person. Like
Okay.
I'm
So
like
you want someone who's a let's try everything type
yeah,
of person.
let's do pottery today, right? And let's go
Okay.
to let's go to New York tomorrow. You know?
Okay,
Let's go to the farm.
Spontaneous.
Let's go to the farm on Friday. You
Because
know?
there's people that don't like to plan things out. They gotta have a very specific plan, and they
Yeah.
gotta know what that plan is, and they gotta know all the details of that plan.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want to be spontaneous.
No, I'm a planner, but a spontaneous planner. Like
yeah,
I
You're
planned
open
it.
to
Well, that's why
I
when.
planned it ahead of time, but
but-
I didn't tell you, and it's fun to you. You know
But
what
that's
I mean?
why if you have a girl who's a planner
Yeah, I'm a planner.
and you know it's spontaneous,
Right.
you do not tell her
Yeah. Exactly.
that it's spontaneous. You tell her, I have a plan today.
I see. I
Yeah.
see.
You say it's a mystery.
Right.
You don't have any clue
Good point.
what you're doing today.
Good point.
You just work through it.
Right.
You know, like major key. If she's a planner and she needs it, just tell her that there's a plan.
But like, what
Right.
are those core like values that like are important for you to have?
So again, like because reciprocity is huge now. I almost want to say love, which is almost pathetic to say, but like love,
The
reciprocity.
TikTok world, no love.
I know, for real. Love, reciprocity, not forgiveness. Before I get to
Understanding?
forgiveness, yeah, understanding, and ambition. Yeah, I like a girl who's ambitious. Like that's very important to me. I dated a girl who's fucking lazy as shit, and that's not fun.
Well, there's an interesting element of, finding all of those qualities and then making sure that you also draw those qualities out of somebody
Right.
and not like suppress those things too. So there's this interesting kind of like dynamic of
Oh, he's
being
getting hot.
being yourself and being everything that you hope to be for that other person.
Totally.
And then hopefully, seeing those things in another human and saying, I see those qualities in you, and you'll kind of see them. It's like planting seeds, like because you can help that flourish.
Right. And also, like, let's point the light at myself, right? I get to, like you said, like I get to become my best self to, have the person that fits my best self,
Yeah.
because that's important. If I'm like in the middle, I mean, I'm always developing. I'm always learning. Don't get me wrong, but like if I'm in the middle of like a weird phase, like you're not necessarily experiencing my true self.
Yeah, I think the important part with that is if like you say your truest self will be revealed when you have a girlfriend.
No, hell no.
Like you have to start being who you're gonna be
Right now, yeah.
without that
And
person.
then
Yeah,
also
yeah.
like showing
And so it's
up.
all about just setting that, like if you like, oh, I want to take a girl to a farmer's market, or I want to take a girl
You gotta
to
go
the
to those
farm,
places,
be to
though.
those things,
Right.
and go find that person.
That's exactly. It's a showing up in those places that you want to go to with that partner.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Because then you're gonna find people there that are also doing those things.
In those
But
mix,
you
yeah.
gotta show up. Like you can't just be at home, right? Like talking about these things you want. You gotta actually show up to those places.
Interesting.
And I think that's key because otherwise, how are you gonna meet
Yeah.
this
like,
person?
Right.
Without showing up.
Right.
So I
Gotta
think
be
a
it.
lot of people like kind of sit at home and like, why haven't I met
I
the right
wish.
person? Why haven't like I met the right person? It's like you just gotta show up to those places. I know most of those places are canceled right now.
Right.
But you got to find alternatives, right? And just show up and be open to engaging with people. I think that's key. I think sometimes we go out into places or we're walking, we're so like on our phone, right? Or we're like zoned in, or we're scared to approach someone, or we're scared to like have that conversation with a stranger. And we're just more closed off sometimes, you know. And I think making that eye contact with someone and saying a hello, and just opening up even that opportunity.
And I think like most girls want to be met at the grocery store.
Yeah, I mean, it's chill.
I mean, I don't know.
Shot.
I don't know
Shoot
if that's
your shot.
maybe misfounded by or kind of unfounded by me or whatever. But it seems as though women want things to feel spontaneous, and a lot of the times, like a bar is a tough environment because that's when the guard is up.
Right.
But
which is it's strange because that's kind of like why people go to the club anyway. But continue.
100. Well, it's very weird that women put their guard up at the spot that they're looking, the only spot they put themselves
well,
in.
I think what women want though is a little bit of finesse, right? They don't want you to like just come up and drop some cheesy line or say, "Hey girl, what's good?" or "Hey, you look good." They want a conversation, right?
Yeah.
They want like someone to be like, "Hey, how are you doing today?" Like, oh, like, and making like a joke or like something funny, you know, and that finesse is really, I think, important.
Yeah.
And I think it's that first few minutes of first few impressions, you know, a few seconds of an impression is really important.
I mean, I think the best pickup line out there is "hello."
Yeah.
I think so. Too.
It's underused.
And
Yeah.
don't
Just,
jump into like,
hello.
"Hey, can I have your number?"
Like, what's
It's
up?
Like, oh gosh, do not
Like
do that.
that is the best pickup
Do you
line.
all know? Remember that like MTV? Like, can I have your number? Can I
Yeah,
have it?
can I have your
Siobhan,
number?
what's your name?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a French ass name, Siobhan.
Yeah.
Do you,
Can I have it?
Can I have it? Don't do that.
Where's your boyfriend? Is he here? Is he coming? Is he on his way?
If you have to,
MTV.
yeah. If you have to ask, you're probably not getting it.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
man. No, you know, in the reality is like I'm trying to make myself sound sane. I'm trying to like I consider myself like pretty chill. Like when it comes to dating, and yeah, like I try to approach like real simple, like a real like simplistic style, and you know if we vibe, we vibe. You know.
Are you scared to get a girl after you're famous, or you'd rather have her before, right? Because you're gonna blow up.
I'd rather have her before.
Boys coming up fast.
Yeah.
Coming up.
I'd rather have her before because I'd rather have a girl who's like solid, like I know who, because let's talk truth here. Let's 'cause I feel like this whatever.
This is Dr.
Speak
Drew
your
now.
truth.
Yeah, hopefully
We've changed from like we got offline with.
yeah. Hopefully this doesn't come and bite me after I'm like dating like my 5th wife or some shit. And he's like, I just want it simple. You know, it's I think I want a girl like beforehand because like there's a certain level of like anchoring down to reality that I would like.
Sure.
So
Female and men need balance. Like
Yeah.
men need women. I get that women don't need men. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. Feminist to the heart. But like men need women.
Yeah,
there is a yin and a yang to this thing.
we totally do, and then, like, I realize there's a certain energy you just need to like balance yourself out with, and like it's important for like have a good woman who's like good to you because like I think it literally improves your health.
You probably do live longer.
Yeah, no, literally, I really do think that's the truth. And like just your whole state of mind and being because you're not
We do
really
give life.
I'm no longer worried about like looking as I'm like doing shit. Is I'm just like worried about my job at one point and then just doing said job and then going back to one person. I'd rather do that. I really do. I really rather do that than be constantly concerned about my image around.
There's a loss of productivity when you just don't have your person.
Yeah, there is.
Because you're like searching for you're like dealing with, thinking about 5 different opportunities when you actually can't like building blocks and real structure to foundational like relationship.
Right. Like, do I look cool right now? Am I doing it right? Is that girl talking to somebody else while I'm thinking of doing my work? Why is all these girls texting me?
Big distraction.
Huge distraction. I'd rather not. I'm not really interested. I've been in that situation, a couple situations, a couple times. I can see it happening in the future, but I'm not interested. Like, I really not. Like, so hopefully you get a dank girl and just chill. And if that girl's listening right now,
If you're out there.
She's a gold digger.
We'll fucking see. But I don't know. Also like let's get like dank rich to like like just like shower our women, but like the dank women, obviously, like the dank women, and like make sure they're like
The curly-headed overlord.
Yeah, the curly-headed overlords. We're this is funny on multiple levels.
Sorry, I had to drop that in there.
So, we get to have like proper good people around us, because I think it allows us to like anchor in sanity and anchor in like reality and help us grow in the right way. And even if a girl's like Christian or has a religion, like I don't want to stray away from my faith. Really, I really don't.
Yeah, and I think the word anchor is actually a little bit confusing with this stuff, because I've been used to thinking like, okay, you want to find a female that like keeps you grounded.
Yeah.
I think it's a good relationship feels more like grabbing onto like a balloon, though, in the fact that like you're going up. You're anchoring yourself to something that's moving in the direction you always desired to move, where you're actually kind of leaving a lot of the other BS behind.
That makes
where you're
sense.
like, oh, like I'm like this thing's awesome.
Moving forward.
And it's not like staying here.
And by the way, I trust in this thing and I rely on this thing.
Yeah, but it's also kind of fun. You're like, well, I'm kind of hanging onto a balloon.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, man. And then without you being the casket of the balloon doesn't just go.
No, like there's some guidance. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can kind of.
You're flowing, but you're in the wind. But like you're going, it's that up.
Yeah, without the balloon, we're on the ground. We're in the water. So no, that's good. My stomach hurts. So when I talk about women over time, my stomach starts to hurt.
That one that's listening.
There's something.
Do we even talk about getting healthy?
Yeah.
I mean, healthy.
Shit.
Why does my stomach hurt?
Well,
No.
emotional health, I think
That's right.
mental.
You started talking about getting healthy. I walked into the bathroom and I walked out, and you were like, "Bitch, I'm going to get abs." You sit your ass down.
Yeah, I mean.
And then we had to go Dr. Drew on it.
Yeah, we had to go Dr. Drew. Like, it's like, this is how you should be in a relationship. Getting healthy. I'm trying to get healthy this year, for real.
What's your definition of healthy? Like, just physically, mentally, emotionally? There's differences.
Oh, we got Bob.
So I think there's a couple things.
Okay.
Physically healthy, yes. Emotionally healthy. I feel like I'm getting there, but I feel like I'm around the corner from like. But it's also there's constant growth and constant development. So there's never like
we're
a
also like
destination.
in a freaking pandemic. So
So like sometimes you get knocked off your rocker and so on and so forth. But I feel like I'm getting to the somewhat place where I'm getting mentally sound, which is great. Physically, I have an idea of what my body like wants to be. So like physically healthy, yeah, because I literally feel more energetic, I feel like my brain works better if I'm healthier.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like there's that. And I feel like a confidence. So when like I literally I can tell, like look in the mirror, I'm like, damn, Cameron is sexy as fuck. Like, so I feel confident when I walk out. Like that's why I'm trying to buy all these fucking clothes, because I'm trying to flex. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then there's like mentally healthy, mentally healthy of just trying to like constantly exercise my brain of like learning new things, becoming better at all the things that I'm doing. So for instance, getting better at even speaking, getting better at reading, getting better at
Tweeting.
Tweeting, public, working on the side, everything I needed to do, working on that muscle to constantly be better in myself, working on my relationships with my friends, with people like that, and growing that in proper relationships, not growing in shitty relationships that I've done in the past. So it's like an all around healthy, and also putting just good things in my body, putting good things around me to help support my mental environment.
That kumquat.
The kumquats, you know what I mean?
Dirty name.
Flowers. Yeah, it is a dirty name.
Dirty mind.
And especially because it just squirts in your mouth, like Jesus. So all those things. Yeah, just trying to be better.
You're on it. You're on the right track.
You're on the right track.
Yeah, trying to be better, And so all the ladies, I hear this right after you heard the dating profile thing. This is what, your boy is on his work. So... I don't know, man.
That's what it is.
Like, you're trying to get better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. What do you guys think about getting? But you guys are on your health kick to get healthy.
I'm on a big health kick right now.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not touching alcohol until at least the bar is open. I have a deep desire to not touch alcohol for an entire year. It's an interest for me. it's not about like never drinking the entire year, but it's not allowing it to be a part of my lifestyle. So, you know, I don't need like consecutive, like, oh, I didn't touch any alcohol for an entire year.
Yeah.
But I want it to feel like alcohol wasn't a part of my life for an entire year.
Right.
So I've been in a kind of a working progression towards this with doing a little bit of on and off, like sometimes too much alcohol, sometimes getting away from it, sometimes just bringing like wine into the picture. I think it's a slippery slope for me, so I have to be careful with it. Eliminating it is always awesome. I find so much like personal growth. I find career growth. I find relationship growth in that. So that's a big part of what I'm doing right now. No chocolate for January.
Tough.
That's crazy.
That's a disaster.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's
Still going fine.
I'm
We're
cool,
trying.
cool with the alcohol, but the chocolate, like my guy, like you better hurry this
right.
shit up. Like,
I'm
Yeah.
like,
you know what I'm saying?
more for me.
And then I'm not doing any energy drinks for an entire
That's
year.
a good one. That's a good one.
We
I'm
had
proud of you.
coffee.
Coffee is not an energy drink.
I guess not.
No,
not
like
like
there's like
those
energy drinks. There's
chemical, like-
Monsters
Yeah.
and Red Bulls
Yeah.
and Rock
You're
Stars.
just chugging
That
Red Bulls.
Oh, I mean those are gross. I mean, yeah.
I think they're delicious, but I'm not going to do any of that for 1 year.
Yeah.
Makes
And-
sense.
I mean, I cut out soda, but that's about it.
I haven't done soda yet. I might do the soda thing for a year,
So it's easy to cut out.
but if my main
Yeah.
goal this year is just no energy drinks.
Yeah.
And then tampering down the alcohol just in waves.
Yeah. I feel like soda is easy because well, not easy, but like it's replaceable because you have carbonated drinks with no sugar, which I love. I like Tampico.
Oh yeah, no, for real.
Those
LaCroix,
Perrier's.
the key lime.
Good.
It gives you that soda fix.
Yeah, I love
for
Perrier.
sure.
I love
It doesn't.
Perrier's.
It doesn't feel. It doesn't.
The key lime
I
one.
do not like those LaCroix.
Have you had the key lime?
Do you do Perrier?
No, I don't really like it.
Really?
She didn't like bubbly water.
I don't like bubbly water.
Really?
I'll like drink it if it's there and like I'm thirsty, but I'm
Even
not,
if it's like flavored lime or.
I'm not a fan. I mean, I'll
She
do
likes
it,
LA
but
Tap.
I'd rather do
LA
like,
Tap. The Buena Park. I drink LA Tap.
Yeah, son. The
What
Silver
you know
Lake
about me?
Reservoir.
Is that where the water's coming from?
I know that's one of them. All the reservoirs is where the water's coming from. The Hollywood Reservoir, Silver Lake Reservoir, and what's the other one?
Arrowhead.
I hope to God none of the water comes from Echo Park, please.
Oh, no.
Garcetti, I swear to God, if you're listening, don't. Anyway,
Echo Park and Silver Lake are like the same thing.
yeah, they're like right up the street, but like I just think in Echo Park of what it looks like right now, and I'm like, dude, no way I'm getting my water from there. At least like there's like a guardrail around like Silver Lake where you can't like get in to a certain level.
There's bodies dumped in there weekly, I'm sure. Have you ever watched Bosch?
bro.
Watch yourself some Bosch. It's kind of a nice nighttime episodes where like it doesn't get too high.
Yeah.
Where you can fall asleep to it. I don't know if any of y'all are interested in sleep into the TV.
Yeah.
We got our problems.
Yeah.
But Bosch.
Yeah.
And they're dumping bodies in Silver Lake.
I've actually been wondering about that, like you know,
Good time.
like I'm not saying I'm trying to do it. Okay, I haven't done it. I'm not gonna do it. I hope I never.
Are you talking about murder?
Yes. So I'm thinking. I wonder how because if you look back historically, you like look back and be like, man, I feel like if in the 1900s, early 1900s, it's easy to get away with murder, right? Because if you do it a certain way, ding, 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 then you can get away with it.
And it gets easier. Your first murder is the most difficult murder.
right,
After that, I hear
right.
it's easy.
Right, because you already done it, and it's like you're a little cold blooded, right? But I'm just saying, like, not even that psychology. I'm talking about like just getting away with it from cops, FBI.
You think you could?
No. I'm not saying I can, but I'm just saying like how, like what the difference, like what's the difference of easy? Because I know there's like DNA and like tracking and
They don't
phones now.
use that. There's not
Yeah, they
cum
do.
everywhere.
What?
There's not like cum everywhere and handprints everywhere.
Yeah,
That's not
but-
how it works.
Yeah, no. But
Even on Bosch, dude, they tell me they're like, we don't do that. And Netflix is even being honest about that now. Like Amazon shows, they're like, we don't do the Netflix. You know this is nothing here for you.
What is? I don't even.
But I
know
feel like
what-
okay, even here, like say I killed you, right? And then like and I just bounce. Like say we weren't live streaming. Say we weren't live
Right.
streaming. And imagine, right?
They
No.
got street cameras though.
No. Okay, so there's a couple things, right? So like I've literally been spitting inside this microphone, right? So they just pull DNA from here.
Yeah.
My hair is probably falling out somewhere. That's you know.
I
They
just
can
don't think
pull
they
DNA.
use that on like a normal murder.
Yes,
But
they do.
they
They're
do
really-
because
yes,
they figure out
do.
they want to identify who has been here, right? So
Yeah.
so they literally say that you two live here because you're on the lease, and then they're like, who the fuck is this guy? You're like, I don't know who this guy is, right? And then so like and then like, okay, so I'm like literally first person that they're gonna look out for because it's an unidentified person in someone's house. And then like, or they're gonna check my cell phone records because they know I've been in your geolocation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, dude. So there's another thing. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, the glasses are coming off.
No. This is huge. Because this is
Serious.
This is what I mean by geolocation tracking, and Facebook does it all the time. So
You think they're gonna call it Facebook?
bro? I was chilling, minding my own business. I was doing something that involves going by myself and being by myself in somewhere, right? And
Being by yourself. Gotcha. Yeah.
But
I wonder.
I wasn't jacking.
You were outside and doing it by yourself?
No, I wasn't jacking off. Don't worry. Like I was chilling by myself in somewhere, right? In a little
You
corner.
made me feel like you were jacking off
I-
alone.
I promise.
Outside.
And
I promise.
I'm leaving
No.
Okay.
now.
No. This is good. So I was there, and a friend of
Being
mine,
by yourself.
by myself, I was really just chilling, seriously. And a friend of mine I haven't seen in years, like since high school. Like we wrestled together, right? He comes by me in his like little scooter thing, Majiggy, right? Passes by me, and I go, "Hey, dude, what's up, man?" We talk for a couple seconds, and he continues on by, and I'm like, "Man, I haven't seen that guy in a minute." And he's like, "Yeah, I follow you on Instagram." I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting," but I thought, I'm like, I haven't seen his.
But you're
ass-
like, everybody does.
no, but I was like, I haven't seen his ass on Instagram in so long, and I don't even know his Instagram name.
I don't want this story.
No. So I go home and I open Instagram.
Oh, no.
And who is the first post?
Not cool, man.
Him. The first post. The algorithm said like he was around you. So like first post him.
Not cool.
On a scooter.
Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg.
They track your
That's
geolocations
creepy.
around people, bro. They know I'm with you right now. Matter of fact, they know I'm around your neighbor right now.
Check your girl, you know?
So I'm saying. So matter of fact, a new way to find out if your boy is cheating. Check his Instagram feed, the first post.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, so that's a new thing. Algorithm.
Check it.
The algorithm will tell
Check
you a
your
lot.
boy.
So I'm just saying,
That
bro.
algorithm, though.
I'm just saying there's a lot of
That's
points.
real though. That's so real. Like,
There's a lot of
It's getting intense out here.
So I don't know. I'm sweating. I'm tired, and I'm fucking stressed out right now. Like I'm
I
sorry.
think it's his bedtime.
Yeah, I think we're pretty.
All right, so this has been Smart and Mild. Everything hot topics. These are just some mild people talking about some smart things.
Yes.
I'm pretty
We do some
sassy,
smart
though.
topics, some mild topics, everything hot topics.
Yes.
I'm LJ Stead,
I'm Cameron Stody.
And I'm the curly hair
the
overlord.
curly-headed
Curly-headed
overlord.
Curly hair.
Yes.
Over and out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Love y'all. Boy, oh boy. We are wild, man.